UBPodcast. Hello, everybody. We are live. Sorry for the little delay. We were waiting for our friend John, and he will be showing up in a little bit. And our good friend Chris will be showing up later tonight as well. So yes, hello. It is me, your main host Shane, and I'm here right now with my good friend Charles.
Hello, how's it going?
It's good. So how you been, man? I know we were just chatting about stuff in the background, but how's your last 2 weeks been?
Uh, Ups and downs, mostly ups,
Good.
surprisingly.
Good. It's always good
And
to
I
hear.
usually don't get that. So I'm grateful for my good days, not so grateful for bad days and good things. There's more good days than bad.
Mm-hmm.
Finished moving out, at least mostly. 90% finished moving out as we speak. And yeah, jumping back into voice acting and helping people out and
Mm-hmm.
working on myself. Really getting back to the groove now because, uh, man, this is getting a little personal, but for a long time I felt stagnant in my life, like I wasn't going anywhere and seeing all my friends going to bigger, better things, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, although in some aspects that my life is getting better, I'm still not where I want to be,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to grind
Mm-hmm.
to get to where I want to be.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
life
not
and
entitled yet. Yeah.
and life is not a race. Everybody has their own path and their own journey. So you shouldn't really compare yours to others because you will reach that point that you want to be at one day. And if it takes a little bit more time, that's fine. Just know you will get there. That's what I
I'm willing
always
to put in
believe.
the work.
Mm-hmm.
That's what counts in the end.
Yep.
I just don't like being entitled. I've seen entitled people. I'm like, it's kind of your fault. I, I won't name any names, but there was this voice actor that just came around, uh, trying to network and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
he would stand outside like the studio and just throw a little hissy fit, cross his arms. I'm like, you do know why people don't want to talk to you, right? Because you
You,
act like a child.
yeah, you're not professional, and you're not. That's. Oh my god.
And
I would.
that's the problem. A lot of people just, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but there are some people out there that just are so entitled. And I don't want to come off as that. I'm like, listen, I would like to have XYZ right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that's just not like, just because you want something doesn't mean you get it.
Yeah.
And, whatever. I'm willing to work. I'm willing to push forward and not look back.
Good. Always a good mindset.
Yeah.
Um. So in the last couple weeks, have you watched or played anything? What else have you been up to?
Uh, I finished Yakuza Kiwami 1. A lot of things happened in that game, and now I'm
So,
playing Kiwami 2.
and you beat Zero before that, right?
Yes, I'm playing it chronologically
Okay.
right now.
What do you? So, how do you feel about going from Zero to Kiwami 1?
It's really not that big of a change. It just, I
No,
mean,
like.
yeah, there's that huge skip, but like,
Mm-hmm. But no,
it
like
didn't.
how do you feel like do you feel like the story is like which story do you like better? Do you feel like stuff that happens in Zero makes a lot more sense than when it happens in Kiwami?
Uh, Honestly, I like both. It just, it doesn't. Uh, there are some features that I liked in Zero more than I did in Kiwami 1,
Mm-hmm.
like the cabaret and the being like a real estate person in Zero. That was awesome.
Oh my god,
But
so much money you can get in that game from real estate, and
so
every
much money you
single
can get, period.
yeah every single game afterwards, it's just like Jesus. It's so hard to make the same amount of money that Zero was making. Like even in like a dragon, like even getting to like 1,000,000 yen is like really hard to do if you're unless you unlock the money farming job section of the game.
Welcome, John.
Yeah,
Hey
yeah,
John, there he is.
yay.
Are you feeling okay? Went to bed late?
Oh, well that and well usually I guess kind of typically normal for me. 'Cause usually I go to bed around 8 or 9, but I got home pretty late because I ended up talking to my coworkers. I know one's going on vacation and the other one's well, the one's staying, so I don't know why. Just talking to him. You know, sad thing. We're like, we're not gonna talk that long. We're just gonna because there was one. They had to both take care of something. So we're just not gonna talk. We end up talking till 7:30. Like, okay, never mind.
Well, good that you finally are here, John.
And then I didn't have my alarm. My alarm that I set didn't go off because I didn't actually set it.
GG.
Yep, and it's like, how come my alarm didn't wake? Oh, and looks at date. Never mind. Never mind.
So yeah, Charles, going back to Kiwami 1, like, so far on the 2 games that you play, which game story do you like more, or like how would you place them so far?
They're honest. I like both. I can't, even though they just feel connected. I can't say that either one is my favorite. I like both. This still feels like a Yakuza game.
Mm-hmm.
These characters, there's a lot of character development that happens. There's a lot of just events that happen in both games. I cannot say which one is better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's really difficult.
Nishiki, because I'm watching a playthrough of Zero, the moment in Zero where Nishiki, in the forest, just to be vague enough.
Yeah.
That scene makes a lot more sense in Kiwami 1 now, doesn't it? And for what happens in that game. And I really like that and appreciate that Zero post original Yakuza 1 actually like helps develop Nishiki and make him more understandable for why he turned out the way he did.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It really is. It's tragic, but Yakuza series is so good.
Yeah, the characters, the mini games, the music. So good.
I honestly can't wait for you to get to 7 so we can talk about Ichiban and how like he's so like refreshing even in 7 games.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. But it's God, I love Ichiban. And fun fact, Ichiban in Japanese is voiced by Nishiki's voice actor. And,
Really?
yeah. And that's kind of why Ichiban has like a similar outfit to Nishiki and stuff, besides being like the opposite of Kiryu. He's wearing a red suit and a white shirt. So that's kind of cool. So yeah. Other than that, what have you been up to?
That was it.
That was it?
I was just moving, playing Yakuza, therapy, and just I'm trying to become a more active person.
Good.
You know, not balls to the walls, jumping in on it, doing all the push-ups. I'm just easing my way in because that's honestly how you should do it. Well,
Yeah.
at least to me.
Yeah.
Some people can just do it.
Yeah,
But not me.
you really don't want to burn yourself out when it comes to working out because that's the easiest way to get demotivated.
I remember like doing that not too long ago, and I did like one set of a workout, and I was panting, and I almost blacked out.
Ooh.
And I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And it was like tons of people around me, and people were like checking up, like, yo, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I went in too hard, man. But I went in way too hard. I like nearly fainted. So yeah,
No, that's not good.
I'm easing my way in. I actually bought a treadmill, like a small little treadmill for my room because I don't like walking outside. You know, I'm trying to walk at least 30 minutes a day with 10-minute sessions, 3 10-minute sessions. Helps with your digestion. Do it in the morning after lunch and at the evening. And just
I've been
I didn't think about that. That's nice.
before I had to pay the IRS a giant ass amount of money. I was honestly thinking about like how to get like more exercise without leaving the house. I honestly thought about getting like those pedal machines for like desks, so that I can just
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
do those
yeah.
and stuff.
Pretty good.
But
That
I can't
is
do
a
that, so money.
Wait, why not? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Because the IRS is the biggest fucking scam artists in this country. Ugh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can't run away from them though. Not even the Joker could do it.
Not even the Joker could.
Not even Yoshi of Mario fame can avoid it for tax fraud.
Yeah.
What about you, John? What have you been up to these last couple weeks?
So that snowstorm hit, it hit Charles, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I wanted to forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't talk about
Wasn't
it,
that
but
like
yeah,
that was just last week, wasn't it?
yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was literally last week, and now it's now not ever. It's like it never existed. Like it never happened. It's really weird. But yeah, so that happened. I lost water. I never lost power at all. Just lost water, which unfortunately that also meant I lost heat because my heater's a water heater.
Oof.
So that happened Wednesday all the way up to I believe Saturday, all the way up to Saturday. So I was just plain old miserable in my apartment because I had called out the Tuesday through Thursday because I can't drive in the snow and haven't been in an accident already. I'm not gonna do it again.
Yeah.
That happened again. And so I told my supervisor, gonna be honest, those roads look pretty bad. I'm not going in. And she understood. That was good. She understood that. So
Thank
I wasn't
God.
really worried about I wasn't really worried about not coming in. I was more worried about freezing to death, which I was fine. I ended up wearing like fucking extra hoodies, extra shirts, long johns, 2 pairs of socks. I couldn't find my fucking glove to save my life. My mom was like calling me. It's like, are you okay? What happened? It's like, do you have any winter clothes? Like, mom. I've lived in New York. Of course I have winter clothes.
Mhm.
Of course I have plenty of winter clothes. That's not the thing. The thing is, I have no water to wash these fucking dishes. That's what I don't have.
Yeah.
Which I had bottles of water. So I gave up washing dishes. I had bottles of water. I needed to buy. The only thing I didn't. I had plenty of toilet paper. Anything I didn't have plenty of was just water. That was really it. I had lots. I didn't prepare properly, but technically, I mean, I didn't run out of water by the time my water did come back by any chance. But after that, I think that next Sunday, that Sunday, I ended up just going to Costco, which they had literally nothing, and then I bought some stuff at Costco, then went to HEB, which is our supermarket over here, which they had plenty of water. So
That's good. That's surprising that Costco, like, was it like a big warehouse Costco or was it a smaller Costco?
It was a big warehouse Costco, but the only water they had I think left was the sparkling one, and it's like I don't like sparkling water.
That's expensive and for no
Exactly.
reason.
I know one of my friends that live in the complex. They ended up going to Target and they could only buy Smart Water, which was the only one available, which apparently is also pretty expensive.
Yeah, because that has sodium and minerals added into it.
Minerals, supposedly. Minerals added to it. Oh boy, makes you real smart. But yeah, other than that, after that, I just pretty much I just started streaming up again. I think I streamed the day before, even the day before I lost water. But that I didn't stream up until I came back. I think that Tuesday, because literally it was past Tuesday. It's because it was super uncomfortable to be in my computer for a long period of time because it was that cold. And I wrapped myself in a blanket, but I have a tendency to type with 2 hands, so I would have my entire hand in. I would have both hands inside the blanket. And by the time it's time to type, it's like, well, I can't do this. I can't do this. No. So yeah, it was just it was fine sleeping because I was I have a king size blanket, and a smaller blanket, which the king size blanket does the trick anyways. So sleeping in the cold in my blanket wasn't a problem. It was just mostly doing anything else in my apartment was a problem.
Which, fair enough. That makes sense. I would highly recommend investing in getting like paper plates and plastic forks if this ever happens again, which it probably will.
Oh, I'm sure. I'll definitely have to do that. I should have. I used to have paper plates. I don't have too many plates either. That's the thing. My mom had sent me a bunch of sent me extra cups and extra plates because originally I had no plates, and she only gave me like 5 plates in total, with 2 sets of smaller plates and 3 plates. But yeah, I think in the future, whenever this happens, I'm sure it will. Not sure if it will happen this year because I know last snowstorm I read happened, the big one that again Texas, it happened and no one in Texas didn't prepare for it. Was 2011.
I think it was like literally 10 years to the day was the last major Texas snowstorm. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so they're like, we looked at this example. Why didn't he prepare for it? Even if it's may not happen again, you gotta have precautions for it, which is true. Like, I'm sure, like, you gotta have something prepared for this. And, like, you can't expect. So you're expecting the city to keep, and you also expect the city, the Texas government's expecting the city to fucking keep running smoothly, but that's not possible. Like, especially if your city's not built, your infrastructure isn't built for shit like this.
Yeah, it's built
The
for the
global warming is
heat.
real.
Yeah, it's not global. It's not global warming at this point. It's climate change at this point.
Yeah, fucking, but it was just so stupid. Like, and like I said, there's definitely money for it. I know there is. It's not. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff they could get rid of, or lose it, because unfortunately, with all the businesses closing now, I'm sure there's plenty of fucking money to go around now.
No,
But
no money, no money for you.
no. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no money for keeping people safe. Got to get enough money for the fucking Ted Cruz's fucking flight to
Cancun, and then his flight back, and then his flight to Florida, where he makes a joke about Cancun was better than Florida, where he literally fled his constituents. That piece of shit.
But my daughter needs to get to Cancun. She had told me she needs to be safe.
She wants to go hang out with her friends for a holiday. It's not my fault. I was just flying them out. I was totally not going to stay there until Saturday, according to my flight records. I was totally going to come back the next day. What are you talking about?
Exactly. My daughter. I'm doing it for my daughter. Don't you understand? Wouldn't you do this? You have a daughter. If you do this for your kids?
God,
what do you?
Fuck Ted Cruz, and not in the
fuck Ted.
He's a piece of shit.
God, that is a garbage person.
Hard agree.
Yeah.
God damn, it's
garbage
like even before moving to Texas, like, man, that guy's a fucking clown.
He's a Zodiac killer. That's who he is.
Yes, he is.
Not even. He's just a fucking trash human being.
Nah, he's not smart enough to be
the Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
Just fucking goddamn. This God. It makes me wonder how that man got into power. I don't know how that far.
Money, connections, gerrymandering the entire country, the entire state of Texas to favor Republicans. All that good shit.
Man, how much dick?
We're all starting to regret that.
How much dick that guy had to suck to get up there? That's what I really want.
A lot.
Quite a lot. So besides that, have you been watching or playing anything? I know you've been streaming Nier Automata. So how's that going?
I fucking love it, and I'm sad about it.
Good.
God, it was really good. The music's really good, the game's really good, but man, as you've seen, Shane, I've done some terrible things in that game.
You have monster.
Oh man, the one that took me for a loop was definitely the one with the forest one, where it's like the guy started repeating himself. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it. It started.
They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. Ha 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 ha. Yep.
Yeah, and then the other one, there's the recent one that I did last stream where the forest guys, he's like, oh, there's a pack of wild animals. He stopped and was like, all right, cool. And it's like, all right, it's probably a wild animal. One of these robots is probably a wild animal, which they were. End up killing them, and then find out later the reason why they're doing this because the robot that was like the wild, that it's now acting like a wild animal. I guess got picked up by those pack of animals, and now the old leaders are gone. Now he's taking place, and then when you explain this to the robot who's caring for the weak animals, like, oh, okay, whatever. At least he's gone, and it's like, how do you not care?
I don't know, man. It's like they're machine life forms. Gotta kill them all.
Yeah. Then then also the one with fucking A2 killing the baby. Oh boy, that was
that baby had it coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucked up little moments here in Nier Automata, and the fact that your character, and also I think the weird one was like I said, the guy holding that other 9S hostage because he wanted a family, and it's like, and the fact that 9S doesn't say anything about it too is really strange to me. Like I feel like he should have been commenting on it, but to be literally just goes ellipses afterwards. It's like, no one's gonna stop this. No one's stopping this. Anyone stopping this, please?
I mean, you had the option to stop it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, but
yeah, you cannot give him. You just end up not giving him the chips. But I think it's hinted that he already had that 9S robot with him by the time you give him, because I think when you give him the chips, he already had them. He's just repairing them, and then later you get literally get a mail that said that they found him dead along with the 9S bot.
Didn't the email say that imply that the 9S bot killed him and then killed itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, Nier Automata is pretty nihilistic sometimes.
Oh,
oh
man.
yeah, Guitar
Keep
was
playing it, dude.
Yeah,
Keep
oh
playing it.
yeah,
And
definitely playing. I
and you're
planned
not
to.
even at the end of the first route too. So
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
yep, I got oh boy.
You
So
got
yeah.
quite a few yeah, ways to go, my dude.
But
Mhm.
yeah, other than that, I've been played Devil May Cry 5 finally, which God, that game is fucking
It's so
beautiful.
good.
Mhm.
So good. I finally got my first double S, not a
Oh,
triple S yet.
it's a lot easier in that game because you can do so many more like combos and
Yeah,
variations of your moves compared to the last 4 installments.
Mhm.
yeah. Now the game doesn't punish you for doing the same combos over and over again, except for I think whenever you taunt, you can't taunt multiple. You can't sit there and taunt every time, which I think as Shane's told me before, you had to literally time your taunts and then go up your thing. I think
It's incorporating your taunts into your combos, basically.
yeah. Which I never seem to have a good spot to because I know there's during I literally forgot that taunting was in the game when you brought it up because I know it's been in every game since one with each
Three.
other.
Oh, was it
I
in
think
one?
yeah, it's in one, but it doesn't actually boost your style points. It
Mm.
just
Just
there,
fun. It's just fun to do.
just fun. It's also locked on a very bad. It locked on two buttons on the PS4's controller, which is terrible.
Hmm.
It's locked on like the touchpad, and I think it's also locked on the R3 button. It's like, why would you do this? And then Devil May Cry 2, I don't think you can. I think you can taunt Devil May Cry 2, but honestly, I never bothered to do it. 3 is the first one that actually makes it so if you taunt, then your style will go up, along with obviously, and then 4 doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
Which I almost never ever use taunting because
You
yeah.
should. There's some cool taunts in that game.
Oh yeah, there's some cool taunt. The fact that when Nero taunts and then he's put this hoodie up and actually keeps the hoodie up is actually pretty sweet. I fucking love that.
I think that the hoodie only goes back down if you get hit.
Yeah.
Or if you move into the next area during cutscene.
Yeah, it gets. I think it gets. Yeah, it gets knocked off if you get knocked. I think if you get knocked on the ground, I believe maybe that might be
Something
the case.
like that. I don't remember exactly.
But yeah, it's been a fun game. Other than that, I think the only games I've been playing on and off Genshin Impact, going through. Not sorry because I've literally been sitting through commissions, and then slowly getting my premium gyms up.
Nice.
I don't want to spend the monies.
Yeah, it's probably smart. There's even a story that I just heard about. I think you posted about it, Charles, on Facebook or something about like how the Genshin team wants to create a virtual world like Sword Art.
I don't think I did that, but my friend actually did tell me about that.
It's crazy. Let me see if I can find it again. But yeah, and you been watching anything?
I've been watching anime finally. I know it's right. Last night, the last 3 times I was watching anime, but I think actually, it was that last. I finished Crocodile Basket, dub.
Oh,
Nice.
pretty good. Which season
Yeah.
was that? Sorry.
That was a season 1 dub. They haven't dubbed. They're dubbing season 2
Ooh,
now.
Season 2 is gonna be so good, man.
I know it's gonna be so good, but yeah, the dub's really good. The only thing that was really weird, I think, it's like the first. I'm not sure. I think it might be just wait. I know there's a certain line I think in episode 2 that was really translated and say, "What the fuck? That's really weird." So it was really strange hearing it, and it's like I forgot what it was too. It's like something really off. It's like that doesn't sound right. That doesn't look like it's supposed to be right, but okay. All right, guys. But other than that, it does really good. Hearing Zeno as Kagame and hearing I believe it's Koidao.
Koidao
Yep.
is Kuroko.
Kuroko. So yeah. And,
Yes. Voice
Ben
of
Diskin.
anime.
Ben Diskin as for never pronouncing Daiki Anime.
Iomine.
Yeah, his name's always been weird.
Aomine.
Iomine.
Ao means blue.
Oh yeah. I mean that's all their
Aomine.
names. I mean like all their names like have a color to
Kuro
it.
is black.
Yeah.
Kagami. Murasakibara. Kisei.
Yeah.
Kashi.
Midorima.
Midorima, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's pronounced Midorima.
Midorima, yeah, it's green.
Yep.
So, yeah. If you really liked season 1, season 2 is so good.
Yeah, I remember watching the sub season 2 of Ben. I never finished it 'cause I was watching with my brother. I probably should get on it, but I know they're gonna eventually dub season 2, which I believe Zeno had wrote on his Twitter that they were in the process of dubbing season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be here
I think
eventually.
they started doing that like a couple weeks after season 1 started.
Yeah.
So
he mentioned it on his Twitter, so I was like, cool. And then I've been watching Haikyuu. Started
Which
watching
season?
Haikyuu. I blew through season 1. Man, it was so good.
Oh
I blew through
man.
season 1. I
Keep
watched the
watching.
dub. Yeah, I watched the dub this time because I watched the sub of season 1, which dub is a little bit. I don't think it's Sentai that's handling this dub. Some of
There's
the
a lot
dialogue.
of there's a lot of good people that actually voice in that
Yeah,
show though.
but yeah, there are.
Mhm.
There are. There's a lot of good people. But yeah, even though like some of the little dialogue choices they chose for, I guess, for placing certain words seems a little bit weird at times, but I've gotten used to it. Obviously not their fault, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone else sounds pretty good. I think the only person I think ever sound off to me was maybe like one person. But again, it could not. I don't think it's the actor's fault. I think it's mostly just sometimes just direction or just dialogue didn't sound naturally enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, IQ is really good. Damn, even like I say, even the dub like gets you really fucking excited. Oh man, but yeah, I'm up to season 2 now. Halfway through season 2 now. I was fucking like I said, I could not put it down. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That's what got me back to wanting to work out again. But then fucking I fucking I don't know if I either pulled something or the fact that because I had not worked out, so I stretched and maybe I just didn't stretch enough. That might have been it. But I fucking my body was sore for 3 days straight.
Oof.
I was like, what happened? Because I was able to do push-ups, 5 push-ups. Like I used to be able to do 10 push-ups. I had stopped working out before I moved out, and I was like, I'm gonna get back on it when I move in and get relaxed. And like, all right, and then finally I get it, and it's like everything hurt the next day, and like then it hurt again the other day. It's like, huh.
Yeah. Well,
Your
the reason for that is the more time
body.
in between the last time you worked out and now, your endurance and your stamina decrease at like a steady pace until like I think it's like 4 to 8 weeks. If without exercising, you're basically back to before you started working out.
Yeah. So my body, which I started notice, it was weird. I started noticing when I was doing, so I handled breaks. There was one of my shifts I handled breaks for everyone, and I noticed that I was doing the things faster. It's like, oh, cool. So faster than I usually do. It's like I was like, wait a minute, I just did this a lot faster than I usually did. Again, I didn't work out like that's only after doing one workout session. But I'm gonna get back onto it again. I obviously didn't keep going. I didn't do it again. Didn't do it afterwards because my body was that sore. And it's like, well, I probably shouldn't do this if I'm this sore because I'll end up hurting myself, and then I'll end up even more fucked up, and then I won't be able to work out for even longer. So it's like, I'll wait to get fully recovered, or at least recovered to the point where I can do things, and I did it. And then now I'm no longer in pain. I feel good. I'm gonna get back on the horse and hopefully not hurt myself again, or not get sore. Hopefully not get too sore to that way. It doesn't get like fucking...
If you can, taking cold showers or a cold bath usually help muscle regeneration, so you don't.
Oh yeah, I
get
definitely
any
should do that.
Also, taking like ibuprofen, a little bit of ibuprofen before you work out also helps.
Nice.
Yeah, some tips. But yeah, good to hear that you're getting back into. Both of you guys are getting back into working out.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Will not.
Join us, Shane. Join us.
I'm in stretching a lot more than anything.
Yeah.
But,
stretch those glutes. I don't know.
My stamina and endurance is like really really low. Like I went.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this the other day to Charles, but like I went to the grocery store twice in one day, and a couple hours later when I was streaming, I got up and like my muscles were just like nope, and I had to I almost fell down back into my chair, and I was just exhausted. So.
Yeah, I know my stamina's not too great either. Like I feel like if I do something big one day, it's like, well, that's it. That's all my energy for the day. Time to go rest until work. Boop 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 boop.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I go out for go to supermarket, for example, I'm not going out again for the rest of the day unless I really have to.
Yeah, same here. All right. Well, that's your guys' weeks. My weeks have been pretty samey, I would say.
But except for the snow.
Yeah, except for the snow part. California's just been cold, which is
California.
nice, but it's also been like windy. Not windy enough to get the power company to shut us down. Thank Christ. But
Oh yeah, I remember that's a thing in fucking California. That's really weird. So.
yeah, well, when you get sued for millions and millions of dollars because you caused one of the biggest fires in California history, I guess you just kind of have to be overzealous with being proactive and trying to stop another fire from happening. Yeah. It's been windy. I've been streaming almost every day, except for the couple days that I take
Yeah,
it off.
I was there.
Yeah.
I think me and Charles are also there. We're both there.
Yes. And I appreciate both of you for being there and for Charles hanging out with me yesterday and letting me play out Dragon Age Origins, which I got audio muted on that stream last night, John, for like having
Really?
the main menu music for Dragon Age Origins playing.
Really?
Yeah, it's annoying. So I guess I can't play that anymore because EA's the dick. But yeah,
So strange. Is it doing the entire audio? Did the audio entirely get muted, or
no? It's just it's just until we start playing the game that it muted, and yeah. So that was fun. I beat Mass Effect 1 for the first time again for like the fifth time. And
I was surprised because I literally thought I saw you started like the week prior, and then
I did. I literally started like less than 6 days prior to beating it, and I realized like, damn, I took a lot of my sweet ass time originally playing this game, and I got to max level for the first playthrough too, which is even crazier. So I didn't even finish all the content, like the side missions, but that's mostly like just like going to each planet that has like a Mako. Thank you for the follow, Skywalker000. I think I might know who you are. But
maybe.
Yeah, like that game came out in 2007, and boy howdy, does that game look like it came out in 2007. It looks fine, but comparing it to like Dragon Age, which came out 2 years later, and even that game looks like really old. Like you can see that BioWare, like, they did a good job with the character customizations, but man, I'm so excited for the remasters because they have like a more in-depth character creation, and
yeah.
And I don't want to see the grease on Shepard and all the other characters anymore. I think I'll probably play Mass Effect 2, maybe. I don't know. That's like my favorite of the trilogy, but at the same time, I might as well just wait until I get the remasters if I can afford it.
Maybe it might be lucky. Steam might give it to you free if you have originally, but I guess it may be.
Maybe, I don't know. I have it only on console, so that's the thing.
Okay, never mind. Then you're fucked.
Yeah, so I have to pay full price. Besides that, I started revisiting Dragon Age Origins like last night, and that's fun. I love that game. That game's story is fantastic. The characters are great. Other than that, I've been going back into Stardew Valley, my solo Stardew Valley, and that's always fun. Other than those games, I've been watching my weekly animes like So I'm a Spider, So What, ReZero, Attack on Titan. What else have I been watching? I have to actually check now. And all those shows are great. Fantastic. Digimon. Digimon is so weird because it's better looking than the original series that it's reviving, but it also is like very low budget at points, and you can see it because the characters never blink, and sometimes the animation will just be like very simple. Dragon Quest, the hidden dungeon only I can enter, which is the Ichi rom-com, and Jujutsu Kaisen, which I want to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen for a minute, and like I do every couple of podcasts. And that show and Mappa, the studio who's making it and who also does the last season of Attack on Titan, are they have so much extremely talented artists working on Jujutsu Kaisen, and I hope they come back for season 2 and they don't get another studio to do it, because almost every episode. Okay, so have you guys both watched Demon Slayer?
I have
No, I
not.
haven't.
I'm actually.
I really should. It's my
Yeah, I
Okay.
should too.
Have you guys
I
have you guys
am.
heard about Demon Slayer episode 19?
I have
No.
not.
Okay, so Demon Slayer episode 19 is like, in the anime community, was like, it blew up because of how gorgeous the fight choreography and the animation was. That's for one episode for Demon Slayer. Jujutsu Kaisen has episode 19 of Demon Slayer every other episode, and it's just nonstop gorgeous, and like the fight scenes are equivalent to like the Naruto Shippuden, like really good fight scenes where they're like high
The one pain. No, I'm
like
joking.
paint, like no Madara versus
Okay.
the entire ninja army, that sort of stuff. It's so fun, and it's so interesting to watch, and it's just gorgeous, and I love that show to death, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. What is his name? Todo Aoi, who's this just giant muscle beef dude, is honestly my favorite character besides the main character of Yuji, just because of his whole personality gimmick. Is like, if he asks you, like when he meets you, he asks you a single question. He's asked you, what is your type of woman? And based on your answer, he'll either find you boring, or if you answer something similar to his answer, which is a tall woman with a fat ass, he will consider you his best. He will consider you his best friend. But if you're boring, he'll beat the shit out of you.
Wow.
It's great. And
Sounds like high school over again. What? No.
when he talks to Yuji for the first time, because you see, like, earlier episodes, you see like him show off how strong he is against another character, because he found them boring. But there's a sequence where Yuji tells him his answer, and there's like an entire like 3-minute like fantasy that Toto has, where he like has like a high school friendship with Yuji, and they're like best friends, and they're like talking about their like love lives and stuff. It's great. I love him and Yuji's friendship. I love the Japanese performance of like them saying like my brother and my best friend. It's so good. That show is fantastic. Every week, I'm always going to say this after seeing an episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. I am so glad that Mappa is working on Chainsaw Man, and I have complete faith that when you guys watch Chainsaw Man or read it, you guys are going to like, your minds are going to be like, ugh, it's going to gorgeous and amazing. I can't wait. So yeah.
So far, yeah, I can definitely harp on that. Jujutsu Kaisen has definitely been a
I didn't even
huge.
watch it.
Seriously, again, if you guys want, I'm perfectly fine with rewatching it, like with WandaVision and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that Wonder Vision episode. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh man, that Wonder Vision episode. Oh yeah, Gidby. What was it, Gidby?
Yes,
Nice.
that is my good friend Vivian, I believe.
Oh, Vivian.
Yes,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that is Freya in the background. Yes, Freya. So yeah. Oh, I can give you hello, everybody. Hello, Vivi. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. So other than that, Attack on Titan, I think, is fantastic. I think we all can agree on that.
Oh yeah. I mean, even if I'm not watching it at the moment, I can agree.
Yeah.
I haven't got to catch up. But it's gonna take me a while. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna make it in time by the time this season over. I mean, maybe I.
The thing is, like, we don't know if there still hasn't been an announcement if they're gonna do a second half like they did with season 3. Especially since like we're on the last like couple weeks of episodes, and we're like 50 chapters, like even like we're like so far behind the manga in chapters that it's just kind of weird that they haven't announced like a second core or something. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think Brody says like maybe they'll do like a movie trilogy to finish things out, but I don't think they would. I think probably doing like a second core towards the end of summer or fall or in the early fall would probably be the smart thing to get. But yeah, I'm excited for that show. Yeah, and that's basically been my weeks, is just watching. Oh, I guess there's that one other big thing that happened that I posted on Twitter and Facebook about, and that is that I resigned from my job. And
Yep.
yeah, I did that, and I did that out of safety because I didn't feel safe returning to work at a restaurant because of the fact that I live in California, and I live like right next to LA. So it was out of safety for both me and my dad, where he's had multiple COVID scares, and while I'm feeling more normal still, like right now, I still have a cough that still hasn't gone away. It's not getting worse, it's not getting better, it's just kind of there. Thank you,
That sounds like
baby.
my brother's cough.
And it's stressful. And then there's the whole thing with the IRS where I owe like $1,300, and yeah, just it's been a weird week for me personally, because like on the one hand, I'm so relieved about not working at Urban Plates anymore.
On the other hand,
I need money. Like,
yeah,
I'm still hoping that the unemployment next week work goes through so I can have some money. But other than that, yeah, that's kind of been what my week has been for that.
Yeah, it's been a rough week also for me in terms of the monies, especially with
That week.
with the water. Yeah, that week with the water bill, which I got resolved thankfully, and took care of that. But then I also had to pay. Now my insurance finally told me, "Oh, here's the money you have to pay now." And it's like, anyways, it's not that bad once I pay off. I already paying off two credit card. I already paid off one credit card, and I'm paying off another credit card this month. So
yeah,
eventually,
I just got a credit card for emergencies, and I am not touching that because
yeah,
I don't have money to pay anything off. So so yeah, John, are you in the chat?
I believe I am.
Or Charles, are you guys in the chat? Both of you in the chat?
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'll join real quick.
Yeah, I'm in the chat.
I would like for you guys to show off the emojis for being subscribers to my channel, so that I could show it off. I, for some reason, can't use my own emotes for some reason. Are they even there?
Yeah, they're not there. Yeah, I kept trying to look. I was trying to use them earlier, but for some reason they're not here.
What the hell?
Oh, did they go through, or did it not get approved?
I uploaded them, so they should have gone through.
Are these like the Pokemon ones?
No, they're the ones that I posted on Twitter that our good friend Yume, made for me.
Yeah, Yume.
Let's see, viewer rewards.
You mean this one?
No, that's not me.
No. But yeah, I think maybe you have to wait to get them approved. I believe. I know one of my viewers in my stream, Raging Scottman, he mentioned he had just got his. He put it.
Oh, they are pending. Weird.
Yeah, you have to wait for them to be approved.
Damn it. Well, shit.
So
I guess next stream or next podcast we could show this off. But
definitely.
If you haven't seen them, let me go and find them again. 'Cause they are great.
They are wonderful.
Yume did a great job, and let me just copy the link to that. Actually, copy the link to this one. I did them all. I did all 4 of these emotes. I gave her the references to memes.
Wait, did you actually take a picture? Still doing them?
No. I just told.
Damn, Shane. Should lie to me. And I laugh.
I just gave references to Yume to do them. So the first one is the "I'm a healer," but meme. reference. The one that's on the top right is the Tanjiro disgusted, like surprised faced thing. The dab is not just a normal dab; it's the Squidward dab from the actual like person doing the
The vine.
yeah, the
Yeah,
vine, yeah. And then the hehehe is from the that lizard, that desert lizard. That's like I did that one.
Oh yeah. I thought for some reason I thought you'd. I don't know why. I was like, now I look at it, it's like, huh? Well, that's surprised you didn't do one based off Ichiban from Yakuza. I guess that's another future emote.
So
you can
that is an emote that is being worked on by somebody else, and hopefully
Oh man, damn.
will get to
Shane's
that.
got it.
yeah,
Shane's got it all.
the lizard gif is one of your favorite things that exists. Yeah, it's a good one. That's why I asked Yume to make it. But yeah, that will be the Ichiban thing will be in the future. Hopefully it takes like a couple days for these emotes. There are 3 that are just normal subscriptions one, and there's one that is for that is unlocked at
Tier 2?
1,000 bits being used.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would need, if I wanted to get another emote slot, I would have to get 15 subscriber points, which I need 15 subs. So yeah.
Hey, let's get on it. No.
Yep. So yeah. So I just wanted to show that off real quick. Fortunately, can't show it off because I didn't know that it's pending. But yeah, hopefully it'll go through. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to talk about. You guys want to talk about anything before we go into the news?
I'm trying to think. Was there anything else? That I could think of, honestly. Only thing I could think of. I know I'm also in the works getting art done, but really it's just in the planning stage at this point. Already, my friend Frey, she's gonna I asked her to do my icon for it. Well, it's because I was like, I always wanted to commission from her, and I love her art. Super good. Super cool. She plays lots of Final Fantasy 14.
Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to talk about, Charles, before we go into the news?
No.
All right. It's okay. All right. And Vivi, I just gave you a cool little thing so that the next time you post in the chat, you have that little icon. So all right. So all the news that we're going to the news that we're going to talk about are from the last couple weeks. We have a couple of stories that will connect into each other, so apologies. Yes, you have the VIP icon, the last one. I might give if Skywalker 000 is Luke, I might change somebody's VIP access to Skywalkers. So
you're gonna have a limited amount of VIPs. Interesting.
You only get 40, and I think once you hit certain milestones, I think you get more. Damn. But I'm not entirely sure.
I gotta make Charles a VIP then when I get to my channel. Man.
Yes.
Man,
all right. So the first story that we're going to talk about is the fact that yes, it is Luke. Perfect. Okay, I'll do that in just a little bit. Is that 2 weeks ago, EA was deciding Anthem's fate in the coming days, and that leads into it's not. It leads into what was it like earlier this week, where they announced BioWare announced that they are ceasing production on Anthem, and that it will stay. It will stay up as its current iteration, which is basically nothing. And that basically they will be focusing more on Dragon Age 4 and focusing on that single-player experience, especially since there is a story where BioWare is now ditching the multiplayer aspect of Dragon Age 4, which is great. Yeah.
It makes me now we can't play Dragon Age 4 together. Fuck.
I mean, did you ever play Inquisition? The multiplayer was pretty bare bones.
I haven't played the Dragon Age game. I definitely will end up playing them eventually, but damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was a long time coming at this point for Anthem. Anthem has been dead on arrival for the last 3 years or 2 years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it had potential. The fact that they only had a 30-man team working on revamping the entire game, that's basically a skeleton crew. for game
Poor guys.
development. So hopefully that entire 30-man team is now working on Dragon Age 4 and Mass Effect, the remaster, and whatever Mass Effect game that was teased at the Game Awards back in December, which I still don't know what that is. EA made a good decision finally. Though,
Oof.
again, it's implied that it was BioWare, not Anthem, that made the decision. Or, not Anthem. BioWare made the decision to cancel Anthem, not EA. Which,
interesting.
It's probably still EA's doing, but...
Oh, I'm sure they have some. They had some pull into it. It's like, don't worry.
They probably saw that, like, the money that they were funneling into the project was not worth it at this point. Like, because it really wasn't worth it. I'm still surprised that they spent 2 years putting money into this project. That's just lost I think they had like less than 10 people playing this game on like PC.
Man, I feel bad. Because I liked playing the was it the beta or demo of Anthem? It had potential. The game it had potential. The game definitely, if in the right hands and in the right, not like the wrong hands, it could have been something else. It honestly could have been
but the fact that like all the stories that came about its development and how like they didn't know what they wanted to do for this game, and literally the title of the show, Hello Kitty Cat, trying your best.
The fact that it was started, was it 2 months before it released? I can't remember. The Anthem.
No, literally, Anthem was supposed to be a different named game, and then literally at E3 that year, they changed it to Anthem. And they had like merch for the other game with shirts and stuff.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
so they had to get rid of that, and it was just a shitstorm. This game is one of the like biggest like shitstorms in a long time.
Definitely one of those games where it should have. Like I said, I feel bad because like I said, I had a lot of fun. It was cool if actually able to fly in a game, though. You really didn't really feel like you were actually that fly.
Yeah, so, the Iron Man aspect was cool. There was just nothing.
Yeah,
there.
definitely need a lot more time in the oven. Especially
similar to like Cyberpunk, but Anthem was like a year short of like original Cyberpunk's release.
Yeah,
that's how bad it felt.
But yeah, for Anthem, it definitely needed way more time though. It definitely needed way more time.
Yeah,
especially like I said, especially if it wanted to be if you wanted to grab the guys from Destiny 2, it definitely needed way more time.
Mm-hmm. So
rest in peace, Anthem.
Rest in peace. Everybody knew you were going to die, but they didn't expect you to die in such a...
Man, like I said, it also sucks because what makes me a little bit sad too, because if they actually did do this, I wonder if this would have been the push that actually would have brought Anthem back to its feet. Like other games have fallen on hard times, like No Man's Sky being an example, and then Destiny 2 also being an example.
Yeah, but it's owned by EA, and EA is infamous for like seeing something that like EA shuts down studios who don't make money.
Yeah, and that's true. So this poor Anthem was just limping along. It's like, hey, I'm not gonna be better, right?
And BioWare just fucking pulled its crutch out and just beat it to death while crying.
It's like, no.
Again, the good side, like the only good news that's coming out of this is that EA is making BioWare focus on the single player games, and that they're removing like the multiplayer aspect out of their big single player IPs like Mass Effect and Dragon Age 4, so that they can just focus on making a nice, good RPG. So that's the only good news coming out of that. I don't know. It was cool making the mecha look like Unit 1 and other stuff and the color stuff, but yeah, not much really to say other than rest in peace.
Rest in pepperonis.
So, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the casting news for the Borderlands movie, but Jamie Lee Curtis is joining the cast as I forget what the character's name is, but
it's not Lilith, is it?
It's not Lilith. No, the Lilith is being played by who was her name? Fuck.
I forgot her name too. Okay, because
Kevin Hart is playing Roland, and Kate Blanchett is being cast as Lilith, with
No,
Jack. What?
no, you said Kevin Hart's gonna. I thought you said Kevin Hart's playing Lilith. Like what?
No,
What is happening in this
that'd be
movie?
that would be weird but funny. So
So
Jamie Lee Curtis is joining Patricia Tanis, the archaeologist that appears in the game.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking
Kevin Hart is Roland, which is such a weird choice because he's
about. It
like
is still a weird
big
choice.
buff. Kevin Hart should be like people have been making the joke that Kevin Hart should be playing Claptrap, but Jack Black I think is also great. I just don't know how they're gonna make him like annoying. I'm curious to see if like Jack Black's Claptrap is going to be annoyingly funny. You know, because Claptrap is just kind of like a pest in
he's
the
a
trilogy.
pest.
So
Definitely going to be interesting. Like I said, this movie is definitely going to be a very interesting cast. I just wonder who it's going to have for Brick.
Yeah, if there is,
And
even
Mordecai.
I mean, Brick would probably have to be The Rock, right?
Oh yeah, definitely has to be The Rock. Has to be The Rock.
Because if he's not playing
If-
Roland, he would have to play Brick.
You have to play fucking Brick. If The Rock doesn't play Brick, I accept another wrestler to play Brick. I accept any other wrestler to play Brick.
Oh, John Cena, maybe? I don't know.
Oh,
The
man.
definition of what Jack Black
Brock
is.
Lesnar. Brock Lesnar would actually be a perfect
Oh my
fucking Brick
god.
on it.
Fucking Brock Lesnar.
Let Brock Lesnar be a fucking perfect Brick. Please let it happen. That's my dream now. I want another wrestler, if it's not The Rock, to play Brick. And then I have no idea who they're gonna get as Mordecai. Honestly, I have no idea.
That's even if those two characters are even going to show up. But since
That's also true.
since they're supposed to be filming in Budapest, like in the next couple.
God,
of
it makes me
months.
wonder now, like Kevin Hart and then Kate Blanchett, because I know at one point in the series, Roland and Lilith end up dating, but like I can't see it with Kevin Hart, Roland, and Kate Blanchett's Lilith.
Yeah,
I just can't see it.
Especially if it's like a retelling of Borderlands 1 or something. I don't know. So that seems like they got a good amount of talent joining this project, so it might be good.
Talent.
Might be good. Might be fun. But the next story is been deconfirmed and then confirmed for a different actor. So Mahershala Ali was possibly offered the role of Joel in HBO's The Last of Us. That's
we
not.
brought this up. I thought we did bring this up before, right?
Yeah, but I think it was like rumored, and then literally in the same week, he was offered the role. He declined it, and Pedro Pascal is confirmed to take on the role of Joel. And
I like that choice. Actually, I like that choice a lot.
With who was, I forget. There was like a Game of Thrones small actor, not a small actress, but like a smaller role actress getting confirmed to be Ellie. So yeah, I guess HBO is fully running through The Last of Us. Yeah, Daddy Mando is going to be playing Joel in The Last
Daddy
of Us
Mando,
game.
yep.
Daddy Mando. Wait, let
Yeah.
me see who this guy is at.
Daddy Mando. I guess you gotta watch season 2 of Mandalorian.
Yeah, or for me, I need to watch The Mandalorian in general.
Do it.
Let's see.
Do it.
If he can grow a beard. Yeah, holy shit, he'll make a pretty good Joel.
Pedro Pascal was probably one of the best things about the Wonder Woman 1984 movie.
He was Maxwell Lord, right?
Yes, and honestly, he was probably he had the most interesting and best character in that movie. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
I really wanted to like that movie, but like,
I gotta check it out. I know I didn't really have much interest in watching after. I was like, if I got to see it, it was great. But I think at that point I didn't have HBO Max.
yeah, and now it's not on. It's not on there anymore. You have to rent.
Oh,
it.
I did end up watching the It's Little Things with Denzel Washington and Rami. Was it Malik? I think Rami Malik. I can't remember. Malik?
Good to know it's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mr. Robot.
It's like Luke. It's really unfortunate that like it's not like trash. It's just it's not as good as the first movie. You know, the first movie was like really good. Like
The second one's not that great.
the second one just has like weird weird issues I have with it. Like,
I wonder if it has to do with the whole COVID, like it being because it was what do with the COVID. Okay, I thought it was due to that.
It's not really the COVID thing. It was just kind of like the choices and the writing.
Okay, could be.
Like,
Come on, then. I'm trying to help the movie, damn it.
And they didn't really. I didn't pick up on this, but like, I'm gonna be vague about this as best I can. You're a big fan of DC, and I've had to stop watching, so I'm not always crying. Yeah.
No, damn.
Fair enough,
rough.
man.
Sorry, Luke.
Luke, I hope you're not. Are you excited for the Snyder cut? Oh, you are looking forward to it. Oof. Oof. Okay.
Oh no.
I'm not.
Oh, good luck. It's definitely gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think
that.
it's like 4 hours long. I'm like, Christ, I'm gonna
Jesus Christ, how much stuff they put in this thing? Fuck.
Apparently, so the only thing I've heard about the Snyder cut is that apparently Snyder didn't take any pay for it.
Really?
He didn't take any pay, but instead got full creative control over it. So that could either be a big hit or a big miss. Plus, I don't like not Doomsday, but Wolf, the villain. His redesign looks fucking awful in the Snyder cut with his like edgy like knives everywhere on his face and shit.
You don't like the knives on his face, man? What the fuck?
It's like his entire suit made of like sharp, pointy edges. It's really dumb. But yeah, with Wonder Woman 1984, like there's just like weird choices in that movie. The characters, except not Wanda, Wonder Woman herself, being like a vigilante, and like
doesn't fit her character.
Well, I mean, it fits her character, but it's like, how do people not recognize what
Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman? And it's like, oh, she takes out the security cameras, but it's like, I mean, like all the people that she saves in front of them is like they can recognize her. She works literally in like a museum. When good comic writers try to become directors, it usually fails. Just look at Frank Miller. Yeah. That's why
Frank Miller.
That's why you have people adapt comics and you get other people to write them. But I mean, I don't know, like yeah. So that's cool. I'm glad that Pedro Pascal is going to be playing Joel. I have complete faith. I have good faith in the show. I don't know if it's just going to be a retelling of the game. I feel like if it's a show, they should like pace it a lot slower and have us like flush out Joel and Ellie's relationship a lot better, a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a good idea, Shane. I'm sure they won't do that.
I do hope they do change, the moments after the first game. So
yeah, are they going like if they get like a season 2, are they just going to do like a hard cut to like The Last of Us Part 2? And is there going like are they just going to remake the first game but include like moments from Last of Us Part 2 so that it makes a lot more sense?
That would make more sense, baby.
I don't know.
Make a lot more sense.
I don't know. I'm excited because that could be really good. HBO has big budget, so they can make good stuff.
Oh, they have the money. So
oh yeah.
They can do it.
They're not spending shit tons of money on Game of Thrones, except right now. I mean, they are, but they're not making Game of Thrones right now. So yeah, that's cool. I'm excited for that. But you know what more excited about is that we got 9 minutes of English dub gameplay of Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139, which it's good. That number is gonna mean something. I swear to God.
I'm sure it is.
Charles's good friend Zach Aguilar is the voice of the young protagonist, and that's super cool.
Yeah, I think Shane, you predicted that, didn't you? Like,
I literally saw this trailer when they released it, like at 4:00 in the morning. I loaded it up and I heard him, and I'm like, holy shit, that's probably Zach.
I messaged him personally. I'm allowed to say it now because I'm no longer NDA. But
yeah,
I messaged him. I was like, dude, did you actually get into this fucking game, you lucky motherfucker? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, fuck you. Congrats, but damn, you're so lucky.
Nier Replicant is a remaster. No, not even a remaster. It's a remake of the original Nier game, with using the Japanese only version of the game and bring it to the West, where instead of having Papa Nier, who is an atrocity to all eyes, but is probably Have you
Damn.
looked up what Papa Nier looks like?
Okay, he looks. I mean, he does look pretty rough.
He looks
but,
he looks
damn.
disgusting. He's
Okay, damn, fuck.
he looks like a monster. He's an abomination. Like
Fuck.
it definitely feels like they back in when the original Nier came out, they put a lot more effort on Brother Nier instead of Papa Nier, just because it seemed like, oh, we got to get a character model ready, and they didn't really put as much time into designing his hair and face. So yeah, this game looks amazing. The combat is revamped to look like Nier Automata's with platinums. It has Zack as the young protagonist, and then it has Ray Chase of
As the older
as the time skipped version of the protagonist, which I found really interesting because
Yeah, I forgot how exactly to do time skip. I know there is a time skip in the adult Nier, but nothing really changes with the exception of, I think.
he wears the mask. That's the only changes. And
that's the only change.
And this, he gets a completely new outfit, and he grows out his hair, but it's
And
still
he
the
gets
same
a lot bigger.
character. And because during the first half of the game, he's like 14, 15?
I believe
then-
14.
And then the time
Sounds
skip,
right.
it's 3 to 5 years later, so he's like 18 to 20 in that part.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you like action RPGs and you have a PS4 or an Xbox One, recommend looking into Nier Replicant. It is
It's also it's going on PC too.
it's also coming onto PC too as well. I highly recommend it. The story of Nier in general is one of my favorites. It's amazing storytelling. They also brought back the original voice actors for both Kaine and Weiss, the book. Liam O'Brien and Laura Bailey are in it. They are both fantastic in the original, but they are even more fantastic now that time has passed and they've revamped the audio. They revamped the lines, so their performances are going to be fantastic. Also, Kaine is hot.
They're
Kinda
gonna be
need,
like everyone's coming back, and they already like some of them since they've already played the character before. Like what they already know what they're going into, and I'm expecting some very high tier acting from everyone.
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
especially from Zach with what I know about what happens to Brother Nier.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I actually wonder why they went for changing voices for him being older. I was like, I'm actually surprised they made Zack not voice both Niers.
I don't know.
Well,
All I know is that Ray Chase did say that they did ask for them to not base their performances on each other. So
Yeah,
that's going
which
to
makes
also
sense.
be interesting. But
Nier is actually 15 during the
15. Yeah, okay. He's
okay.
the older
So you're right.
brother of the
Yeah.
two. So yeah. So then once he time skips, he's 18.
21.
21. Okay, so 6 years skip.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, no, he's 16.
16.
Well,
Okay, so 5 years
he's
skip.
15 during the other
During the
the
events
novel.
of the pre-skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yes. Highly recommend this game. It comes out in April. Very
24th,
excited.
22nd.
April 22nd. I will be hopefully have money and playing it in April.
Oh yeah, definitely buying this on day one.
Yes. Definitely recommend this game. Very good. Especially if you like good storytelling and you like the nihilism as a storytelling. Just nihilism and storytelling. It's really good. So we have another news that we brought up about Zack. Demon Slayer will be season 2 will be airing in 2021. We don't know if it will be getting an English simuldub, but yes, it is coming back.
I'm sure it will be.
And yes, there is the movie, and the movie you have to watch because it's basically an entire arc for season 2. So I highly recommend watching that. It's also up for a possible Oscar nomination. So that's weird, but also apparently it did it has a chance, even though our good friend Will said the Academy doesn't care about animation, I still would. It would still be cool to have a animated film that's not a Ghibli movie or a Disney property make it into the Oscars. That's kind of cool. And following up with that is that they're also making an arena fighter by CyberConnect 2, who is known for making the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Fighters games. So the Demon Slayer arena fighter looks cool. I'm assuming that the game will have big money put into it. And yeah, good for Demon Slayer fans everywhere. And then we come up to something, two parts of this news, because it got announced later. But Eva 3.0 plus 1.0 will be the longest anime movie ever at like 2.5 hours or something. Let me read these. Let me redirect. And apparently it's going to be rated G for all audiences, which is surprising.
G?
Yeah, it's gonna be rated.
Evangelion?
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Dang.
And it's. Let me determine where is the time? Where did they say it? Non-compilation, non-mashup film in the franchise, clocking at 2 hours and 34 minutes, making it the third longest animated film ever after the 70mm version of Final Yamato and the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. So it's the third longest movie, anime movie of all time. If you don't know, Neon Genesis Evangelion is a 1993 anime about mecha anime about giant robots fighting alien beings called angels, and the mecha are called Evas or Evangelions, and they are piloted by teenage children. And it deals with the struggles of being a teenager, being the savior of humanity, the stresses of piloting a giant mecha, and all that good stuff. And it also deals with depression and isolation, and how maybe being abandoned by your dad and then told you're the only one who could save the world is kind of stressful, just a little bit. And how maybe that stress can lead you to basically destroying all of humanity. So yeah, if you ever feel like watching Evangelion, highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It has a brand new English dub. So yeah. Other than that, I believe they also announced that the VV, thank you for the Prime subscription. They also announced the date for the movie, which I believe is coming out sometime in March, early March. I guess I didn't put it up here. I just must have forgotten to do that. So it's coming out in early March after being delayed like 3 times due to COVID. So yeah, that movie, you have to at least watch the prior Rebuild films, which are retellings of the original series, but with modern animation tactics. But it does go into a different direction after the second movie. So if you have an interest in Evangelion, highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite all-time animes. It will make you think and reflect on life, and is just a really, really fascinating TV show. It is followed up by another movie called The End of Evangelion, which is basically a conclusion to the original anime. So, highly recommend it. Then after that news, we got our Nintendo Direct on the 17th. Does anybody remember anything coming out of that Direct?
I don't remember, honestly. I didn't actually watch the Direct this
time. Wasn't that the announcement of Pyrrha and Mithra showing up in Smash?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a big one. The big announcement for that one.
Besides like No More Heroes 3 getting a confirmed date for August. A bunch of other games that I don't really remember talking about, and I can't really remember. I'm not going to watch the video real quick. Smash characters, Splatoon 3, and No More Heroes 3. Thank you, Luke. The only thing the only thing I heard about rumors wise is that because of a orchestra performance of the either Nintendo or just Super Smash Bros. In general, they might have leaked the fact that Crash Bandicoot and Monster Hunter are going to be the last two characters on the Fighter Pass. Also, Skyward Sword HD, yes. Thank you, Luke, for bringing me the recent reminders. Much appreciated. Yeah, otherwise it was pretty, like, there were some pretty interesting games and stuff that they announced. No More Heroes 3 looks a little weird with, it's like, it looks a little wet and like it has like weird slickness to the style of the character, but I'm excited for it cuz that game was great. You guys have any thoughts about like Pyrrha and Mithra showing up or Splatoon 3?
Unfortunately I never played the Splatoon series, so I can't really have much to say on that. Mithra and Pyrrha, those are I think they're good choices. I don't know. I never played Xenoblade 2 either, so I don't know. Their announcement didn't like bother me or anything. Like,
you sure you're not bothered by another anime sword fighters?
Oh no, I don't care about that. I don't even own Smash anymore. I don't even own Smash. That's the thing. I borrowed a bit from my brother, so since I'm no longer with my brother, I don't have Smash Brothers.
I think the only thing that bothered me about that reveal trailer is that they like possibly spoiled one of the big twists at the end of Xenoblade 2.
Skyward Sword though, I'm excited for.
With Pyrrha and Mithra talking to Shulk. So that's the only thing I was like, oh boy, did they really just do that? But you know, Skyward Sword HD was always going to happen, and it's cool. I found it really funny that Igio Anuma was like, hey, you probably expected to see Breath of the Wild 2 news. Well, sorry, that's not what I'm here for. We don't have anything to talk about.
Oof. They knew.
Yeah.
They knew.
Well, of course, because as soon as you see the producer that's in charge of Zelda, you assume that they're probably going to talk about the next Zelda game. But yeah, what can you do? Skyward Sword being able to be playable on controller, super great. I can actually probably play that game now. You kept telling people it was happening for the universe, but no.
I kind of want. Only thing I wanted was just really just Twilight Princess and Wind Waker and like Skyward Sword under a bundle like they did with Mario. That would have been the cream of the crop for me, but unfortunately,
Skyward Sword had to be ported because I
think it was the last.
It was the last Zelda game before Breath of the Wild, and wasn't it on the Wii U?
Yep, it was on the Wii U. So it was on the Wii. Well, technically on the Wii U, whatever.
Yeah, so literally everything is being ported from the Wii U to the Switch. So, and plus it looks like
it was on the Wii U. You're right. Yeah,
it looks way cleaner, and like obviously it looks better because it doesn't have that weird like. There was always a weird filter on the characters in the original Skyward Sword. Oh, it was only on the Wii. Okay, so they're bringing it back from the Wii to the
crazy.
Wii to the Switch, which makes a lot more sense. But they also probably had to figure out how to like put it on a controller, which again, it's super easy. You just flick it in the direction of the right stick. So you know. So yeah, that's cool. I like that we're getting more games for the Switch that are big titles. We probably wouldn't get a compilation like Mario for Zelda just because those games are big and meaty. It would be cool, but they'll probably eventually bring Twilight Princess and Wind Waker to the Switch. They'll probably do it on either an anniversary when the Breath of the Wild 2 is not the next game that everybody's anticipating. So yeah.
I totally forgot about that coming out.
Yeah, especially like what was it, like 2 years ago that we got the announcement or something with that trailer?
Yeah.
So the next news, I don't know if you guys are HoloLive VTuber fans. Legend of Zelda 3D All-Stars should be released. Yeah, maybe one day. You guys follow or like watch any VTubers like the HoloLive girls?
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
I wouldn't say I'm a super big one, but you know.
But you know of them, right, Charles? You like see the memes and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden there was this like big live stream that they did, and they released a animated PV featuring all the HoloLive girls, and apparently they're getting a manga for where all the girls from Hololive just live as their characters in this fantasy universe. The animated PV was made by the Fate animators team, so it's big budget, big pretty. So if you like the Hololive VTubers, the Peko, the Kurone, the Pirate Girl, the Dragon Lady, Coco, who gets like uppercutted into the stratosphere in her dragon form. Yeah, there's a manga coming out, so that's kind of cool. And apparently they might be doing animated PVs for certain chapters or something, or certain events that happen in the story. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And going back to us mentioning like No Man's Sky in regards to Bethesda BioWare, No Man's Sky actually announced a new update which allows you to adopt alien pets in the game.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. My friend who's a big fan of that game.
So that's kind of cool. You get like alien cats. What was it?
My time to buy. I just been waiting for a sale. I had it on the original PS4, but unfortunately it's on cross-platform, so I'm waiting for it to go on sale.
It's on
So
Game Pass, if I remember correctly. So that's where I play it. And I also bought it for Xbox when it released on there, since I didn't have any friends on PS4 playing it. But yeah, so this No Man's Sky Companions update allows you to adopt pets. You can raise cute baby animals. You can breed them. You can trade eggs like Pokemon. You can customize them. You can train them to do chores, talk to them, and then they did general improvements. And you can also ride giant creatures. This update is also free on every single platform this game is on. So this game is actually getting closer and closer to what it originally wanted to be. And
Good.
I'm so impressed with Sean Murray and his team for just constantly just working on this game quietly in the background.
It really shows if your developers give a damn, they would go the extra mile.
Mm-hmm.
And if your higher ups of those developers aren't pieces of crap either, that's another one.
Yeah, and Sean Murray was like thrown into the spotlight, and he was never a good public speaker. And again, English is not his first language, so like, I feel really bad for him for how he like promised all this stuff when he was just trying to like show off, like try to be a spokesperson while also being like the director and the CEO. So I feel bad for him, but you know, he did the right thing of shutting up, putting his head down, and having the team work on this game. And it's probably one of my I haven't played it in a while, but it's one of my favorite space exploration games that I hope to play one day. Maybe I'll stream that one day, just to see it, check it out, because I had a lot of fun back when I originally owned it for the PS4. But now there's a lot more stuff to do. I probably will play it again. So yeah, we should also, if everybody gets it for the same console, we should all play it together too. That'd be cool.
You know, I know this wasn't on the list, but I'm hearing a lot of people just praising Stardew Valley right now.
Yeah,
and I'm getting quite interested myself. A lot of people are like,
do it. Buy it for PC. It's great. Did you ever play Harvest Moon or
No, sir. I haven't played Harvest Moon or any of those like farming simulations. I never played any of them.
Never interested, or?
I think that, and yeah, just never interested. But
okay,
I'm interested now. So.
Stardew Valley is probably a good intro to farm sim, just because it's not just farming. You also have like the dungeon combat, which is like simple, but it's Harvest Moon. Yeah, and it was made entirely by one dude. So yeah, it's entirely like Stardew Valley was an homage to Harvest Moon, and now that Harvest Moon, the IP itself is basically trash, and that the season Story of Seasons is like the new true Harvest Moon. Stardew Valley is a good way to get into it. If you get it on PC, we can play it together and get everybody to play on the same farm and have fun, because it's fun. It's relaxing too. It's just kind of very relaxing and peaceful. But you know, yeah, I would highly recommend it. And it was like the 5th anniversary just a couple weeks ago or a week ago, so no better time to get into it than now. So I don't know if any of us plays the Marvel's Avengers video game by Square.
I do not.
No.
Why would
Okay.
we?
Yeah. But they showed off Clint/Hawkeye, and he's coming out on the 18th. Finally, after people were theorizing that maybe the Avengers game was going to be canceled because of how awful it did, especially since they brought up in like stockholder meetings about how awful it did. So, yeah, so good for the people who liked that game. You're finally getting Hawkeye. Don't know when you're going to get Spider-Man for PS4.
That's I don't know either.
I
I'm gonna be honest.
So I don't know what's going on with that. But there is a Ninja Gaiden HD Master Collection coming out for those who care. I'm not a big Ninja Gaiden fan because I never got
I remember I put this down because I remember I brought it. I think Neo they had brought up in their last article that I wrote that. Oh wait, they're gonna make a new. They're thinking about Ninja Gaiden. Lo and behold, there it is.
Yeah, because it's made by the same team, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Made by the same team.
And it's Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and a third one, but it's like a different title or something, or subtitle or something. X, I don't know. So yeah, that's coming out in the next couple weeks. The Medium dev, the game, the Medium, the devs behind that are possibly working on a Silent Hill project. Possibly one of the 2 remakes. Hola, Poke Girl. Thank you for the host.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes.
Poke.
Muchas gracias. Which is cool. There's a lot of problems with the Medium as a video game in general, with its storytelling and whatnot that I've heard about. So that's kind of cool. But at this point, do we really need a Silent Hill game that's not being made by Kojima and like Del Toro and what's the mangaka author? I'm trying to think. Oh, come on.
The one who did like Uzumaki.
Yeah.
God, I know what you're talking about. It's slip of the tongue. Junji Ito.
Yeah. Like, do we really want a Silent Hill that's not being made by those 3 after PT? Like, I don't know. I mean, good for them. Hopefully, it'll be good. Apparently,
probably gonna be good.
The Silent Hill composer has been who worked on the Medium is also like hinting that he might be working on something like Silent Hill or another Silent Hill project. So yeah, I mean, good for them. Hopefully, they can learn from their mistakes about the writing implications that they wrote into the Medium and about mental health and stuff, since they did not portray mental health as very well in that game. So yeah, that's cool.
Good on them for acknowledging that and changing it.
Hopefully,
not a lot of people. Yeah. Hopefully, changing it for the better.
Yeah. So cool news for those of us who play Final Fantasy XIV. The Shadowbringers main scenario writer will be continuing her role on Endwalker, the new expansion coming out this fall. And what that means is that Endwalker is probably going to have just as good of a story as Shadowbringers and as the Dark Knight storyline in the game. And boy howdy, Shadowbringers is probably my favorite Final Fantasy story of all time. Better than 7. Up there with 7 Remake, probably. And the fact that this lady and the writing team are working together is just good news. It probably means that we're all going to be heavily crying by the end of Endwalker and heavily invested in seeing the ending of this story. And I'm so glad for Natsuko Ishikawa. She really deserves it. I think both you, Charles and John, are in agreement with this. That's good news. We're excited.
Oh, that's definitely.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, if you like MMOs or MMORPGs, or if you like PC games, highly recommend critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV with its free trial expansion, which gets you the base first game and its first expansion of Heavensward for free, as long as you don't spend any money. And that gets you up to level 60. It gets you like over hundreds of hours of content, and we got to keep that meme alive because I saw. Have you guys seen the commercial, live action commercial that's been going around for 14?
Uh,
Where
I've
they
seen a lot of weird commercials, like where Tom Holland actually was playing 14.
Yeah, Tom Holland did the Shadowbringers, but there's apparently this commercial of just like these like three people just sitting on a couch, and one of them's talking about Shadowbring, like the new expand, like just that the free trial and stuff, and then all of a sudden the camera pans over to like an Estinian cosplayer just standing there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. But it's great. Like we got to keep that meme alive about the trailer and the free trial. Highly recommend it if you like Final Fantasy and MMOs. Honestly, it's a really good MMO.
He really is.
Like
I came from WoW, and I used to say that it was hands down the best MMO. Nothing will ever beat it. But I was wrong. I was proven wrong. Final Fantasy 14 is the best MMO I've played.
yes, agreed. And I played RuneScape, OG RuneScape.
Oh boy.
And okay, so I found the trailer. I'm gonna post it in the podcast link.
Boy.
It's like 14 seconds long, but yeah, it's apparently, and there's also apparently like a second one that just has the Dark Knight just standing right there, and the lady just high fives him. It's goofy, but yeah, apparently it's been like going around on Facebook and stuff. So, You like the Snickers Dark commercial? Oh, that does sound
Wait,
familiar.
that's a cosplayer?
I mean,
That's
it's
a good-
it's basically a cosplayer. Like, I don't think it's it might be an actual cosplayer, but who knows?
That's a really good Estinian. Estinian is my boy.
Yeah,
So like, seeing him
Stinian is
cosplay
my
so well.
oh god. Why do they have to make all the elves like the main characters like hot?
So cool.
Oh, so hot.
Yeah. Stinian, what's
What?
his name? Who's the leader of Ishgard now?
I know who you're talking about.
Emmerich,
Emmerich.
Sir Emmerich.
Sir Emmerich, like, oh man, that is a handsome man.
Oh yeah, he's super handsome.
I love his voice.
I love his voice. I like probably one of my favorite voices has to be Emmerich's voice in Final Fantasy 14.
Emmerich,
And let's not forget Hotchefont.
Hotchefont.
our lovely good boy.
I lovely.
Rest in
lovely
peace.
best boy.
Rest in peace. Yeah. Do you think we're gonna have another memory of him? I feel like Shadowbringers
we
having like
should.
references, like light references to him is kind of it's just my god. Why did you see he's one of the first memories you see when you're going through the passageway to the first, and then
Yep.
you quote him when Rin asks you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just ugh. So yeah, highly recommend getting into Shadowbringers Final Fantasy 14. Always a fun time. And if you like good character writing and you like a story that is really really well done for an MMO, Final Fantasy 14 is your boy. And like I said, there's a free trial that includes the base game and the first expansion for free, as long as you don't spend any money. And that gets you all the classes. It's included in the base game and Heavensward, which includes Dark Knight, which is probably the best storyline in the job system, all the way up to level 60. So yeah, check it out. So Blizzard can go fuck itself, right? I mean, we all along the lines of, but they did announced that the Diablo 2 remaster is coming, and you just got out of 14 head and I'm watching another one. Hey Diesel, hello. Diablo 2 remastered got announced, and from everything I've heard about it, it's basically just an overhaul on the graphical side and reworking things to be a little bit better. But otherwise, it's basically the same PC game I played 20 years ago, and I'm excited about that. I've heard that Diablo 2 Remastered is being worked on by the Diablo 4 team, and the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remaster team. which is why this isn't going to be the same team that worked on Warcraft Reforged. So, hopefully, and they've said that like if you own your original copy of Diablo 2, it's not going to be affected. But again, who knows? Blizzard is pretty shitty with its policies and stuff, and they could completely change it when it comes out. And I believe this comes out in sometime this year. Where is it? Sometime this year. This also includes the expansion, which, God, I just remember playing Diablo 2 so much back when I was a kid. Way too young to be playing it, but I just remember playing it like for hours and hours and hours on my days off, from when I got home from school. It's probably one of my favorite like RPGs of all time, and being as a working adult, well, not technically being a working adult currently, being able to buy Diablo 2 and play it on PC with you guys, possibly, where I have like Discord and friends that I can actually talk and play this game with, it's gonna be fun. I'll keep an eye on this so that way if it really does shit the bed, we don't spend money on it. But I think this might be the only other game I might buy from Blizzard, except for maybe Diablo 4. I don't think I'm going to be playing Overwatch 2, but who knows, honestly. Get excited for that if you want to, but be wary of the practices that Blizzard Activision commit with this game. So yeah. I don't know if you guys have any experiences with Diablo 2, but that was my experience.
I only played Diablo 3, so yeah.
Giles?
Which has a lot of fun.
I played Diablo 3. I didn't care for it too much. I did get to like level 60 like the first day it came out.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus.
I'm a highly addictive kind of player. I used to play 48, 72 hours a while, no sleep, and this was when I was a child.
Yeah,
and
sounds about right for me too. I literally played The Sims for a full 24 hours one day during a summer break.
You just play Stardew Valley, sleep a while ago.
Yeah, I did. I did like an 11-hour stream of that, but this is my new bedroom. My old bedroom was in a different room, but I also had like an office, quote unquote, where I had my old PC, and I literally sat in that room with that old PC for a full 24 actual hours, drinking my Arizona raspberry iced tea and just going to the bathroom and like eating and snacking it. And then because there's like a big window out it, I just looked out the window. It's like, oh, it's morning. Huh. That's weird. I literally started like at like 10 a.m. the day before, and it like like 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, oh, I've been up the entire time and playing Sims. Sims is addicting. It makes me.
Sims is pretty addicting.
It makes me live out. Drink some water, you heathen. No, I will not drink water. You can make me drink water by hydrating me, Vivi.
I'm more of a Sim City kind of person. That's I don't know.
I
want
to play Sim Cities too. I want to play Sim Cities.
I've always I tried to get into the what is that new Sim City game that's on like consoles and stuff? City
Skylines?
Yeah, City Skylines. And I tried my best, but after like a couple hours, I just couldn't get into it.
There's a trick to it.
Yeah.
There's a trick for making yourself sustainable.
Buying DLC? No, I'm joking.
Actually, part of it is because you can get.
Yeah, I was joking. Fuck.
What?
You can get more efficient buildings and less.
I was gonna say like what would even be a DLC for like a city builder?
They got an eco buildings DLC.
Okay. Doesn't that? I guess, yeah.
And they actually like in part of the DLC. So you know how you can like generate waste, and the waste goes into the sea, and it kind of doesn't. There's really no way to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
The DLC fixes that, which I kind of think is business practice. You should already have buildings that should do that already. instead of
Yeah,
putting
but then
it
how are
behind
they
the
supposed to
DLC
make
wall.
money? They're supposed to be a live service.
Supposed to make
It's
money.
fine.
I need to make the monies.
The modding community in the game kind of circumvents that anyway. If you're really gonna deep dive into it,
Hmm.
there's some buildings in the modding that just like 100% efficiency, zero waste, zero noise. I'm like, wow. If you just download this, it's just you do so well. So yeah, you don't even need to buy a DLC. Just cheat the system.
Hmm.
It's really addicting to me, like actually learning how to make cities not only look good but like actually realistic, and it's actually much more difficult than you think. Like gridding where to place, like metro areas, like a tram.
Hmm.
And as a Texan, we barely have anything in regards to like public transportation. John, I don't know how it is in Austin, but you would say compared to New York, it's nowhere near the same, right?
Nowhere near. I think the only buses that will go will be downtown Austin, and realistically, like for me, I think the closest bus for me in my neighborhood is not that close. Like even there's no bus that even takes me to work. Like I think it will take you like half a mile from work, but it won't let you. You then have to walk the rest of that mile. Like Texas definitely needs to up their public transportation. At least in my opinion, they do.
Like I hear the same things from people who came from like Boston, and they come over here and they're like, they come here like, dude, where are all the trams? Where are all the like? There's a lot less buses. Like, what's going on here? Because Texas is a very car-centric type of place.
Yeah, because
the state's so goddamn big.
I was gonna say, like, what is public transport in California? You either have a car, or you either have a car, or you walk, or you take a Uber or something.
They need to fix that too, because the traffic, I've heard, because my dad's a truck driver, he goes to LA. He says the drivers there are better than most places, but man, the traffic there sucks.
Yep, you can blame the daily car chases every single time, or the accidents that happen literally every single day.
I think public transportation, like a better transportation for like LA people, people in LA, would solve a good deal of that.
Yeah.
But there's also a homeless population and it's kind of unsafe.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Definitely needs to.
We would need to fix the homeless problem before we do anything else.
No, we're gonna give them more syringes. That's what we're gonna do.
What? No, Charles, no.
That's what San Francisco did.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
our government's not great. Doop doop doop.
I'll be right back.
No problem.
Need to use your restroom.
That took a turn. Yeah, it did take a turn, Cody. It did take a turn. So, did you ever watch The Running Man, Charles? With Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, I haven't.
Well,
what's it about?
It's basically foretold the future, basically. It's a Stephen King book that got adapted back in 1987.
Stephen King, so it's going to be like some horror.
No, it's actually not a horror. It's a thriller.
Okay.
It's probably one of Schwarzenegger's one of his best movies.
Was it the one that is it the elementary school one?
No, that's the one where he's like a prisoner and he has to put you in in a game show and stuff.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Yeah. It's because so the basic plot is that the United States has become a totalitarian police state following a worldwide economic collapse. Totalitarian.
There you go, totalitarian. Man. English is a hard language. Okay.
Man, I know word good. Fuck words. So according to the movie, by 2017, the United States has become a totalitarian police state following a worldwide following a worldwide economic collapse. The government pacifies the populace through The Running Man, a broadcast game show where criminals fight for their lives as runners, fleeing from armed mercenaries named the Stalkers to earn a state pardon. Yeah, I know word good. Me word good. So it was like famous for like showing how like how bad like game like how like the media starts to it basically predicted reality television. Predicted like how bad uh product placement would get because it's infamous for having like Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and like a bunch of other blatant product placement just in the center of the screen for like good chunks of time.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie, but apparently Edgar Wright is in talks to be remaking it in sometime in the near future. And Edgar Wright is known for making the Scott Pilgrim versus the World movie. He was also known for making Edgar Wright. It was Baby. What was the movie that he made? What is his movies? Baby Driver. He directed Shaun of the Dead. And
Oh, damn. Okay, that's some good ass.
he has
Some good ass movies, man.
amazing movies, honestly. The World's End. I think he did all the what is the Shaun of the Dead movies?
It's weird. Let's just call it the Shaun of the Dead trilogy. It's basically
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and the End of the World.
The World's End, yeah.
The World's End, sorry.
He did some TV stuff, but mostly that's what he's known for. He was also supposed to direct Simon Pegg and Nick Frost films. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
He's also supposed to direct the original Ant-Man movie before he left because of creative differences with Marvel/Disney. But all the movies that I've seen him in have been amazing, so I'm excited to see what he does with the remake. The original movie was loosely based off the book, so supposedly this might be a little bit closer to the book that not Edgar Wright, that Stephen King wrote. The cinematography will probably be fantastic. The visual effects will probably be amazing. So yeah, this will be a cool movie remake that'll be coming out in the sometime near future. 1 second, everybody.
Beans.
Yeah,
Very cool beans.
yes, I will be right back. We'll be right back. We'll go on a little break. Back over to the podcast. Oh, there we go. All right. So yeah, John, me and Charles were just talking about the fact that Edgar Wright is remaking The Running Man. Did you ever watch the original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I want to say probably not. Maybe I want to say maybe because I know whenever I was at my godparents' place, my godfather was a big into those type of movies. So I wouldn't be surprised if I maybe as a kid saw it.
It's honestly one of his best movies from the 80s. But basically involves him being like an undercover cop, if I remember, participating in The Running Man, which is like a game show where they have convicted criminals participate in a race and basically a race to earn a pardon, and they're hunted by people called stalkers that are hired mercenaries. And it's known for its like extremely over the top product placement with like Taco Bell and Pizza Hut being in the frames a lot of time. No, there's like specifically like there is a version of this movie for the different kitty cat, so talky. Basically, because Taco Bell was a lot more popular in the United States, and Pizza Hut or Domino's was more popular in the UK. They actually edited out like a Taco Bell sign for a Domino's or Pizza Hut sign in each version. So yeah. Edgar Wright, who's known for making the Scott Pilgrim movies, the Simon Pegg and Nick Frost films, like Shaun of the Dead, all those movies, is going to be remaking it. So, who knows? People.
Big man.
Gatorade. It's what the plants crave. No, that's the wrong movie, Cody. That's Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Yeah, which is also a great film. Underappreciated.
And very scary.
Yes, because we got very close to the ideal version, like the real version of that. So yeah, the Running Man is also a book that was written by Stephen King. So people are saying that because the original movie was very loosely based off the book, that Edgar Wright is probably going to make a closer adaptation of it, which is cool. He makes good movies, so I'm excited for that. Now on to some Marvel news. So not only has the time period between the Netflix TV shows of the Marvel universe been regained by Marvel, but The Punisher, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil have all returned to it. And Charlie Cox may be returning to play his role as the Daredevil. Supposedly, big rumors, biggest grain of salt, he will be showing up in the third Spider-Man movie as Peter Parker's lawyer, supposedly, like the biggest grains of salt. And honestly, now that the Marvel has gotten their rights to The Punisher and Jessica Jones for television and film, seeing maybe these characters in either a TV show for Disney Plus or a movie would be amazing. Because hopefully they retain their actors, because that would be great. And who knows if they're going to keep their continuity, because that's going to be the more interesting thing.
Yeah, I really hope they keep the actors. Like I said, they were all fantastic in their roles. It's not their fault that I guess what was the reason for the whole like they like axed them.
Netflix axed them due to declining viewership, supposedly, but also probably Marvel was putting pressure on them to give them back the rights to it. So they just told them like, hey, we're not going to renew. The studios are probably not going to renew for another season as well. They probably wanted to get because the in the contract for the Netflix show, they had to wait 2 years from the ending of the last season that was premiered on the network before that it would return to Marvel Studios.
Makes sense.
So that's why Daredevil was the first one, which happened last year, and why the rumors about him showing up in Spider-Man are so blatant, or not blatant, but like more like you hear about them a lot more, because it would make sense that Charlie Cox playing Daredevil, being the lawyer for Peter Parker, would make sense with what's going on in that story.
I think they used that storyline also in one of the animated shows, and I believe it's also in one of the comics. Yeah,
because Matt Murdock is like known for like representing both superheroes and supervillains in the comics and stuff, and I believe he represented Peter Parker a couple times. I think that was the one where like J. Jonah Jameson was suing Spider-Man, and he showed up, and that's where he had the famous like, "You probably hate me because I'm black," and J. Jonah Jameson. Well, J. Jonah's just like, "No, I didn't know. How was I supposed to like you don't know because I have the mask on, but maybe this was a good lesson to learn to not judge people based on what they're wearing," and that's how he got away with it. is like Peter Parker got away with it because he was pretending to be black and try to get away with like a prejudice and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these characters going on. If Jessica Jones comes back, I hope that they just do the first season with David Tennant as the I forget what the villain's name is, but the Purple Man. I hope.
Man. Yeah, kill. Was it
kill something?
Is it Kilgrave?
Kilgrave, I think was the name of it.
I know. In the original
David
comics,
Tennant was so fucking good in that first season as a villain. Yeah. Honestly, all the actors were really good in the shows. Luke Cage, I really want a Luke Cage Disney Plus show with the same actor because that show was so good.
I want what's her name to come back too in Luke Cage. It's her comic character is called something else. I can't remember her name. Misty Knight.
Oh, Misty Knight. Yeah, that was what's her name? Because she's playing Ahsoka in the live action version.
Yeah.
Ahsoka Tano live action. Rosario Dawson.
Not Rosario Dawson. It's the other one. The one that there's another girl in Luke Cage, the detective. She loses her arm.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, yeah, I remember her.
Rosario Dawson's character is an original character for.
No, she was based off of the Night Nurse character.
Oh yeah,
extremely lesser known character in the MC comic universe. But yeah,
Misty Knight, Simone Mystic. She played her, and I fucking loved her. In that
we were supposed to get a what's her name like brought back from the dead in Daredevil. Elektra? Yeah, Elektra. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. And then Clark Gregg. Going on to some more Marvel news, will be returning as Agent Coulson in the new series, which I believe is I believe it was the Hidden Wars. What was it? Is Agent Coulson?
I still would love him to make some sort of cameo in Endgame or mentioned. I think they do mention it maybe once in.
The problem is that like he was the reason why the Avengers were able to come, so I guess that's why they wanted to hide him. A Secret Invasion, that was the show. That's the Nick Fury versus the Skrulls invasion of the Skrulls. So if he's showing back up, that means he might
Skrulls will be the good guys though.
Originally they were not. They're the invading force.
But I know in Captain Marvel they make them the good guys in this case, right?
I don't have an answer to that because I have not seen that movie yet. So I think
never mind.
I think if I remember correctly, the Skrulls, there's like two factions of them. There's two species or something, and the Skrulls I believe are the evil faction, but I'm not entirely sure. So do not quote me on that. But yeah, so Clark Gregg will be returning as Agent Coulson finally. So that's good for him. He's great in as the character, and it would be nice to see him in a new series where he's interacting with maybe Nick Fury again.
Yeah. Also, I definitely have to sit down and watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point. I definitely want to see more of his show.
Me too, because I've heard Ghost Rider shows up and a bunch of like cool, smaller Marvel characters show up. But just frustrating that show never got incorporated into the MCU as much as it should have.
I think it was supposed to be, and then I think it fell off at one point and became its own thing after season 3, I believe.
I think after Thor Dark World, it stopped incorporating things from the MCU.
So what's her name from the Thor series? I forget her name. The one that's one of Thor's friends. She ends up showing up in the show.
Huh? Weird.
I forget her name.
The cute chick, the Valkyrie chick.
It's not Valkyrie, was it?
No, not Valkyrie. It's I'm forgetting her name. She's with the 3 other guys. You know, in the first Thor movie, they see her. Well, she's technically in both Thor movies. She doesn't show up in Ragnarok. She was the one that was missing in Ragnarok that didn't end up technically getting killed. She was off-world apparently. Then she gets killed by the snap. So.
Oh, okay. I vaguely sounds familiar.
I'm forgetting her name. I don't remember. It's Lady something. She was pretty much in love with Thor, but
Lady. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I try to remember because she's based on like an actual Viking god, if I remember correctly, in the lore and stuff. But I can't remember it right now.
I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah. So Vampire the Masquerade 2, I was really excited for it because the first Vampire the Masquerade I watched a playthrough of, and it is quite honestly one of the most amazing voice acted RPG games of like the early 2000s, and that just couldn't work on PCs back in the day and was finally able to like somewhat work. And I was excited for the sequel. But then the news broke out like this last couple weeks where the game gets delayed again to an unknown date. The entire team and studio that was working on it are no longer working on it. They got fired, and the game won't be releasing in this year. And honestly, that just...
Sif, there we go. Oh, Sif.
Sif, Lady Sif, yes.
Yep.
She's
Jamie Alexander. She played her, but for some reason, like I said, they never. She never after Thor. She's apparently gonna show up again in Thor's Love and Thunder.
Yeah, which is where Lady female
yeah.
Thor is going to show up too. So
yeah, so. But yeah, she like I said, I know during they explained in one of the things like she got snapped and during the Thanos thing, and the reason why she wasn't in Ragnarok because apparently I believe her actress was filming something else, and so
yeah, that makes the most sense.
They said that she was off world, so she didn't technically get killed by them, so she didn't get killed with the other
you never
three
know.
guys.
In the next Thor movie, they might give an explanation, and that's why she's fighting the villain or whatnot. I'm curious about how they're going to set up Lady Thor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Vampire the Masquerade 2 got delayed and its entire studio fired.
Jeez, how the fuck does it come? Damn, man, that poor game, man. That poor game.
Yeah. So that's really unfortunate because I was really, really looking forward to it.
Same.
But now, like, usually that's never really a good sign to get your entire studio fired from a project where it looked like it was almost done. And that the COVID was basically the only reason why it got delayed the first time.
I know the original creators stepped off of it, like I think sometime last year, I think, or the year before.
Yeah,
that made me a little bit like hesitant, but now this just makes
it's just it fucking sucks. Game development is hard, but getting axed completely is just destroying. I hope the studio gets another project or is working on something, so that way they can make their money back from this big loss.
Makes me wonder what was causing the issues so much that
I don't know, honestly. If I remember in this Reset Era thread, I don't think they actually explain. They say that it's the first piece of news we have to confirm. So it's still in development. The studio will no longer be leading the development, and that they stopped taking pre-orders. They don't have a new release date. They just say that the game is very important to us and it has an ambitious project from the very start. In order to meet our goals for it, we come to the conclusion that a change is needed, and as a result, more development time is required. They thank the studio for everything they've done, for laying the foundation, which probably we can assume is probably they're still taking the code that the studio worked on, which is kind of shitty. But
I know they definitely need to clean up. That game definitely needs some cleaning. I know the trailers still look kind of
rough a little bit, yeah.
Rough.
But just the entire fact that the studio got cut is just oof. And this was shared in the game's Discord server.
Damn.
So yeah, just it's unfortunate. I no mention of why the reason. They just, I guess there was some sort of expectation that the studio wasn't hitting for the publisher. So yeah. So the next bit of news is completely rumor and was found to be, I believe, untrue, but it was still interesting to talk about. But there was a rumor that characters from the Big Hero 6 Disney movie would be making their debut into the MCU. People were theorizing that it's one of the things that Doctor Strange movie could have been bringing into the MCU, but I think it was found out that it was like one website that wasn't known for being very honest about its articles, and like it's super clickbaity that they came up with this. But it would have been interesting if they brought like that, not so much the Pixar version of those characters, but the actual like Marvel characters, because Big Hero 6's storylines in the comics are like super dark. Like if I remember correctly, Hero, that's the main kid, right?
Hero, yeah.
Yeah, he gets impaled on a lamppost in one of the comics. And and other dark, like I think a couple of the kids get killed too. So
Jeez.
it's like people were surprised when the Pixar movie got announced, because like, wait, this is they're making a kid friendly movie based on this like really dark comic.
And the brother ends up dying in the movie. But
Yeah, but not nearly as like
gruesome.
Yeah, I think he dies both times, like the same way in a fire. But like the other characters dying like more brutally isn't in the movies. So yeah, that would have been cool. It's very much a rumor. It's not. There's no speck of truth in this, so it was just a cool thing.
Hopefully, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and we brought this up earlier, or I brought this up, but the Demon Slayer is going to be having a Oscar nomination run in Miami for a week. And the fact, again, that a anime that's not being made by Studio Ghibli or a animated film made by Disney being even like considered for a Oscar nom is impressive, especially since this movie is just destroyed the box offices in Japan. This movie beat Spirited Away and Titanic in Japan.
Damn.
What movie was this? Sorry.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Like it made billions of yen, which is millions of dollars, just in Japan, and it was like the number 1 in the box office for Japan for like 4 months or something.
Gee.
It's absolutely like crazy, and like Demon Slayer merch has been like running out because people are just buying it up for their kids and stuff. It's absolutely like crazy how much Demon Slayer is getting.
Demon Slayer merch now that I haven't even watched Demon Slayer yet, but I want that merch.
It's a good it's a good shonen show, but I think
from last job, Amazon, he was a super big Demon Slayer fan.
It's funny. It's so weird. Yeah, I mean, like we mentioned this earlier, but yeah, it's just absolutely crazy that how big Demon Slayer has blown up.
Maybe it might be a good sign to bring more,
more anime westwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, Demon Slayer is a good like intro anime if you want to get into it. It's pretty easy shonen to get into, and
got your darkness, got your comedy, got everything.
Don't have Ichi though. There's not a lot of fan service.
Oh damn it! You know what? Never mind.
You know what?
Is it Echi? Ichi? How's it pronounced actually?
Is it Echi? I always pronounce it as Echi.
I always pronounce it
same.
Ichi. You know, none of us are Japanese, so who gives
None of us
a
are
shit?
Japanese.
Oh, wait, unless Charles, you're Vietnamese, right?
No, don't you dare.
Don't you dare!
Okay.
No. That's racist. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever asked. So yeah, I just wanted to.
I'm half Vietnamese, a quarter Filipino, and quarter Irish.
Gotcha.
Damn, Charles, you got everything.
Etchi.
Echi?
Etchi. Ichi.
Echi?
It's the fan service. Let's just call it the fan service. It's just
Yeah. Let's just call it that.
Okay.
Fun fact: apparently, in the author for Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't include fan service in their story because they didn't want to have their like parents read it and be embarrassed. So he just decided to make like really good female characters.
That makes sense. That's kind of adorable.
Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate, VV. On to some DC news.
Oh no, not again. No, I'm kidding.
WB is developing a Blue Beetle film. Blue Beetle is known, and this would be the first Latino or Latin superhero ever on film on the big screen.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
they're going for
Wait.
the Blue Beetle. I know the
Isn't
first.
technically Miles Morales?
Specifically,
Yeah,
like completely Latino or
Okay.
Latin.
Yeah, because I know that. So they go with the second Blue Beetle. I know the first Blue Beetle's a white guy.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
as most superhero characters back in the 60s and 50s were of the day. They're the second iteration or the third iteration are all the better iterations. But yeah, apparently they're currently in pre-production, and so they're getting like a script writing and stuff set up.
He does well.
And yeah, this will be the WB's first superhero film focused on a Latino character.
Yeah, this will help out. I mean, like I said, I hope it does well. I know the recent DC movies, except for the only Wonder Woman, the second Wonder movie. I know it did okay, even though Shane thought it's terrible. No, I'm joking.
It's just not nearly as good as the first, man. And
Sorry,
that's-
Shane, I'm joking. But
and the fact that Wonder Woman was written and directed by the same team just makes me like wonder what happened more than anything.
everything else.
Probably an executive order.
Probably.
But that would be really cool. Like, I don't know too much about Blue Beetle except for Young Justice, which he's pretty cool in that one.
I remember reading the comics like when I was in high school and stuff, but I don't really remember. He just finds like a alien beetle. He finds like an alien, right? And then
he gets attached to him, then that's how he becomes Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
As the first Blue Beetle never got the attachment to the Blue Beetle. He never got figured out how to work, but this one,
it's like a symbiote sort of thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is also, and then Cody does bring up, there is, I don't know if there was confirmed news about this, Cody. I think it was mostly just rumors, but Amber Heard got fired from Aquaman too, supposedly. Yeah. And apparently the rumors are also speculating that the actress who played Daenerys,
Emilia
Clarke will be taking over the role as her. So again, that is rumor. I don't think there's any confirmed confirmation.
A game rumor. No.
Yeah. What the fuck? Jared Leto's trending now too.
I think I know why. Maybe I think I know why.
Oh, because it's because of his outfit. Okay, I don't care.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because of the little things. Because he was really weird in that one.
Yeah. So, if Amber Heard did get fired, fucking good. Fuck her. But again, it's only rumors, so keep it with a grain of salt. But it'd be good. So yeah, Blue Beetle seems cool. I don't really know much about Blue Beetle, and I don't really remember. But more superhero movies that might be different from the shit show that WB has been making would be nice. I do have a lot of faith in the Batman movie, honestly.
Same here.
So as long as they take like risks with making weird films, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm hoping this one will be a good one, especially for a lot of the people in the Hispanic Latino community. It'll be a pretty big boost.
Yep.
It'll be like, oh man, I could be.
I mean, they've already the WB was already in talks or not in talks, but they confirmed that they're also making a Static Shock movie.
Oh man, I really want
that.
And after rewatching the cartoon, like fuck, man.
I need to rewatch cartoons soon.
Oh, it's so good. It is
so
weirdly
yeah.
yeah. It's good, but it's also like really good for like a show that just kind of holds the test of time. Besides like the weird animation choices, like it's a weird, it looks a little funky in the first two seasons, and then the third season has like a more stable
and there's also a reference to the fact that later on Static is like, I think later on, because everything starts out pretty fucked up in Dakota, and I think in season 3 when Static Alpha changes, everything's a lot more better because it shows that he is actually doing a good job of keeping everything, not crime filled. So I thought that was a pretty genius way of doing it. Like, oh, that's pretty sweet. Like, oh, no wonder like you don't see any much like drugs on the street as you did in the original on the first season.
And like the one episode that I always remembered even before I rewatched it was the racism episode, and but I didn't never really fully remembered it because I always saw the like images thrown. I watched that and holy shit, that show addressed racism in the most like
Yeah,
in a really
dude.
tasteful way, but also like it really did like make me realize like, oh yeah, saying shit like that and being that way is just disgusting.
It's sad, you
Yeah.
know. I love the guy who voices Static.
Phil
Phil
Lamar,
Lamar.
Jack.
yeah,
Huh?
Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar.
Well, his voice when he's like, you know, you racists, you keep your nose to the grindstone. You don't see the world changing right in front of you because blah blah blah, and your son has moved past where you are.
Oh,
I'm like, dang, dude.
You mean Static's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
he was giving the
Oh, I think
that-
it's Michael Richardson. I think Michael Richardson voices
it?
the sax dad.
he has such an epic voice, man.
It's such a
right?
good voice.
Oh man,
So-
but yeah, I wish that show didn't get canceled. It was such a good show.
God,
man.
I'm still so upset that show got canceled over quote unquote toy sales.
like, fuck, man, that show was so good. I gotta definitely rewatch it again.
It's on
think
HBO
it
Max.
ended-
Let me know whenever you want to watch it.
Yeah, I got it on HBO Max too. It was just like, fuck,
Yep,
man.
Kevin Michael Richardson.
Okay, yeah, it's like I knew his voice for it. I know Jason Marsden voiced Richie, who's Zach's friend Gear,
Mm-hmm.
or becomes Gear at one point.
Season 3 is also like has the best theme song. Because
Oh,
the first two seasons are just like weird like hip hop, like
Yeah.
like sound effects and stuff. But
Yeah, I think
Little
They,
Romeo singing Static Shock is like,
oh,
oh,
so good.
I hope
remember
I
it so many times.
superhero Static
Static
Shock.
Shock. Oh, man,
Criminals
it's so
get
good.
twisted. He's superhero.
Rock's
get
gonna play Black Adam.
Yeah,
I
Rock-
actually do want to.
Rock is
I do
supposed to be playing the Black Adam.
I want. I do want to see that. I really want. He's like perfect for that role.
Yeah.
Really built for that role.
But yeah, so I mean, like, if WB keep making like good movies outside of the Snyder Cut, which you know, I have no faith in. But if you're,
Oh.
I'm still gonna watch it because I never see the original Justice League, so it's gonna be interesting to watch. But yeah, I'm glad that WB is like taking a little bit more risks with their comic book hero movies. And Michael B. Jordan being behind the Static Shock film, I have.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
I
he's
so-
he's executive
I have-
he's executive producing it. So
Oh, definitely.
I
That's
have
good
I have good faith in that movie being really good.
One of the directors of Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah. If he's gonna be part of it, it's gonna be good.
Man, I hope Phil Lamar shows up as like just a dude, like just
Yeah,
as
just a dude or a cameo. That'd be
Yeah.
really cool.
man, so good. Go watch
That man
Static
could
Shock
do-
on HBO Max if you have it.
Definitely needs to get some sort of. Definitely needs some sort of like recognition.
Hmm. And as long as like the people, so I after rewatching that show, I looked up Dwayne McDuffie, the creator, and seeing like how fucking like he made like Ben 10. He was behind like all, the entire Ben 10 franchise, Static Shock, Justice
some-
League
some-
Unlimited. Like, it just
So many. Stuff.
oh my god, he's and then I watched like a 30-minute documentary about like who he was and finding out like he actually was like a genius. Like he went to college when he was like 8.
Damn.
And
I don't know about that.
yeah, he was like 8. He was just an absolute genius, and he was a giant of man. Apparently, he was like 6 foot something.
Man, I'm sad he like passed. I was like, apparently it was a heart attack. I believe it.
It was
done
a
that.
surgery. Yeah, he passed away during surgery, and fucking like it is a tragedy that this man passed away because even from what like Phil Lamar and all the people that were around him, his widow, they said like it definitely felt like he hadn't given everything. He hadn't told all the stories that he wanted to tell, and that is extremely upsetting because it's like a talent like that comes around like once in hundreds of years, and we're never going to see that again. And Static Shock is such a good show, and it's handled.
God, help they if they whenever they do make. 'Cause I know in the comics they renamed Virgil, aka Static School, after him. Hopefully
Yeah,
they keep that.
they rename. I think in the new comics they also did that too.
Yeah. So that would be pretty cool.
Fuck that! I'm so excited for that when that movie comes out. I'm so excited.
Same.
So yeah, on to some other news. So there was the PlayStation State of Play a couple days ago. It was mostly really uneventful. It was mostly just them giving updates on games that have already been announced. But the big announcement that we got was that Final Fantasy VII Remake was coming to PS5. But not just that, it wasn't just the like updated graphics and stuff that they would be including an episode Yuffie into the game, and that the re-release on PS5 will now be called Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. And goddamn, does that PS5 version make the PS4 version look like
Shit.
Absolute dog shit? But like dog shit that I would actually still look at. But like, you know, I'd play it. But like, fuck the lighting and the textures and stuff, and Yuffie just
So adorable.
so adorable and cute in her Bugle outfit, and her doing like the little like T-pose, like her running with her arms stretched out.
Fucking fucking Naruto.
Naruto running, yeah. Absolutely the highlight of that stream. I have the stream on Twitch, and you can literally see my face. I just become dumbstruck.
I gotta go see that. I didn't, like I said, I didn't see live.
and
You can clip that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you want, you can clip it.
Maybe we'll clip that now.
I was absolutely dumbstruck and awestruck, and I was silent because I think Charles, you were there with me, right?
Silent Trend.
Yeah, I was there with you, man. I watched it with you.
Yeah. So like seeing, I was absolutely dumbstruck because I didn't expect it. And there's also like an inclusion of a secret boss, Weiss from Dirge of Cerberus, and Dirge of Cerberus is being like extremely more relevant, which means that maybe stuff from the compilation like Genesis.
Yeah, there's a show Deep Ground in that trailer.
Deep Ground is going to be relevant in this. And we found out that Weiss John wasn't going to be a virtual fight. He's a secret boss.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know what the implication of that means, but if he's not a virtual VR battle, that means there's so much stuff. So yeah.
It definitely makes you want to get a PS5 just for that.
Now I want a PS5, honestly.
Yeah, now I want a PS5. Like I said, I was looking to get one sometime.
We can get it.
Yeah,
I know.
fucking scalpers, man.
Fucking scalpers.
So yeah,
I'm definitely looking to get one. Hopefully, like I said, if summer, hopefully, like it would be great to have it by my birthday.
I would have you probably sign up for the notifications about it, so that way you can get ahead of time.
Yeah, definitely try to sign up for them.
But yeah, that's the PlayStation State of Play event. Not much was talked about.
The other cool thing was announced. Was the martial arts one, Sifu.
Oh, Sifu, yes, the
Sifu,
game that looked like
cool.
it was the Raid, the movie The Raid, but a video game. Looks great. I'm excited for that one.
Another game I remember I saw too. I can't remember the name of it now. Fuck, what was it called? It was Kena Bridge of Spirits. That was the other cool looking one.
Yeah, the very Pixar looking.
Yeah.
Game, which I think it is. I think it is being made by artists from Pixar and stuff. So
yeah, and that looks really good. Other than that, I think everything else kind of.
They were just updates on stuff. So yeah, that was the PlayStation State of Play event. So that's cool. So on some more sad news, I mentioned this to Charles earlier, but Dying Light 2 and its development team are not doing so good. Apparently, according to this article, leadership has been there's been a lack of leadership, a lack of direction, and everything coming from the head down is just rotting away. Management has just been abusive, using homophobic slurs when offering feedback. The CEO has been saying just saying doing the PR work of saying we take this very seriously and we're trying to improve, invent and iterate. But clearly from this interview, it doesn't seem like that's being that's not what's happening at the studio.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, apparently, relates to a meeting about the direction of Dying Light and how it touches on tones linking to the modern Dark Ages.
Oh, jeez.
During this meeting, one source tells the gamer that one lead dev spawned this period likening by saying, quote, "At least they knew how to deal with women back then," end quote. So yeah, just all the terrible shit that you hear in the games industry, just it's still there. And it's just, there's nepotism. There's also the worrying of like how the CEO, his wife is the head of HR, which when people are like, because he has like a weirdly like risque portrait painting in his office, and he's always said like if any employees have a problem with it, he would take it down. But since his wife is the head of HR, people are thinking like, oh well, maybe it's bye Poke Girl. Maybe it's nepotism. It also doesn't help that his sister is also a member higher up in the company. His sister's she's an executive position as the head of international sales.
Why the hell would he say that?
Yeah, I mean, there's also a marketing conflict. One was there was an idea to drive an unmarked van in real life to the border of Mexico and drop off a pile of body bags to spark headlines. So it's just the fucking edgy marketing shit that happened in the early 2000s, like the Turok thing. Another pitch was concerns over disease revelations. A move made even more controversial considering the pandemic. The pitch was to send medical test kits at random and have those tests sent back and only to reveal that they have contracted a fictional disease, which is the disease seen in the video game.
You guys are idiots.
The problem was that these were actual medical kits being used, and real life diseases could be detected, which was an ethical issue that not everybody was on board with. They also tinkered with an idea to use the creative video where a UN spokesperson would spark panic in a fight to survive for water. Just there's a lot problems going on in that studio, and it kind of makes sense why that game hasn't had any sort of news. Yeah, good old shock advertising, like name your kid Turok and we'll give you a copy of Turok 3D. And
that sounds terrible.
Anybody who legally changes their name to it. Yeah, there's also like a.
Actually, I'm gonna question now. There's one.
Yeah, you never heard it. You actually never heard about that campaign? Yeah, somebody actually did do that, and I think a couple did name their child Turok too. There's also like too many chefs in the kitchen, which is never good. Every single designer, every single developer could weigh in on every aspect of development, which included producers who would shut down ideas that they weren't familiar with or equipped to understand. So it's just people just arguing over choices with no real cohesion. So it's unfortunate news to come out about a developer, because Dying Light 2 seemed like really cool. Concept-wise and gameplay-wise, because the first game was great.
The first one was really great.
You love how stupid some advertising campaigns think their audience will be, and then some demos proves them right, and I'm just, yeah. The early 2000s were a strange time. Like, there was a game, I forget what game did it, but like they defaced a tombstone in a graveyard in the UK for a zombie game. There was also a Need for Speed or a racing game that said like they would pay off speeding tickets in the UK if you were trying to get a pre-order. For anybody who would pre-order the game and you sent it into the studio, they would pay for it. It's shock marketing is stupid. Just don't do it. Just make the game and advertise the game via videos and showing it off. That's how you do your advertising. So yeah, hopefully Dying Light 2 and its developers get their shit organized, and that game comes out not too bad and in a jumbled mess. So yeah. So going back to some Spider-Man news, they finally showed off 3 stills from the movie and 3 different titles from the 3 from Peter, Tom Holland, Zendaya, and what's his name that plays the best friend. They all had 3 different titles for the new.
Ned.
Ned, yes. The new.
But I can't remember his actor's name. No, that's the only thing.
These 3 still show absolutely nothing. The only thing that it hints at is that in the first scene they're looking at somebody and they're seeing their shadow on Zendaya. It looks like they might be in like a Doctor Strange room or something, and they're looking up something. I just noticed that Ned has a "This is fine" dog sticker on his laptop.
He does. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. And then they announced like a bunch of different titles, like Homewrecker, Phone Home, and like one other thing.
Just a side note, man. These actors and actresses have such great chemistry together.
Oh yeah, they do. That's so adorable.
Yep, because they're actually good friends apparently on like outside of the movie. They're all good friends. And I think Tom Holland is dating Zendaya or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Lucky bastard. Everything.
Bastard. Damn it, Tom. Lucky Zendaya. Damn. Fuck.
Right.
Yeah. And then going along with those stills, they finally announced the actual title for the Spider-Man 3, which I believe is Spider-Man No Way Home. I remember. Is that what I put it on?
No, it's just No Home. Spider-Man No Home. There is no home anymore.
Spider-Man 3 No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Home is the confirmed title for Spider-Man 3. People are theorizing that the colors winner of the most original title 2021. Yeah. So people are theorizing that the 3 titles that the actors released might be hinting at like a Green Goblin, since they all have like similar color patterns. But who knows at this point? It just could be choices that they do that. But also, Tom Holland continues to deny that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire will be appearing in Spider-Man 3, stating basically that basically saying that like how would I say this? Unless he read the script and all that stuff, and unless they're like hiding the biggest secret from him, they're not in the movie. So yeah, so there's no mention of the actual title. So when Jimmy Fallon quizzed him on it, whether Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield would have cameos, he said, quote, "It would be a miracle if they could have kept that from me." He laughed, clearly clarifying that he's obviously read the script from beginning to end. So again, I don't know. Like, there's been so many rumors about it that it just makes me feel that there's some sort of kernel of truth to it. But who knows? Maybe he got told by the Marvel executives that, like, dude, you cannot spoil anything ever again. Like, you need, like, we know you're excited, but you need to keep a lid on top of this. So, yeah. I'm hoping that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire make appearances, but at the same time, if they don't, I'm perfectly fine, because it seems like Spider-Man 3 is going to be a good movie. I'm assuming you guys are in agreement with that.
Yeah. I liked all the movies that came out. So
yeah.
All right. We talked about Anthem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier on?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay.
Just the same.
So skip over that. Let's go on to this cool. They'll be in the Stan Lee cameo scene. So there's also like a theory about like Deadpool might show up as the cameo in the next Spider-Man movie because of the multiverse shit. But who knows? We also still have to wait for WandaVision this next week to see how that opens the multiverse too. So Nickelodeon announces that they are making a new studio called Avatar Studios, and that is dedicated to more Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra, Legend of Korra universe, with the original creators on board. And holy shit, I'm glad that they clarified that, because otherwise I would be like, no. I don't know. Like, I heard about the live action Netflix shit. I don't want more stuff unless the creators are part of it. So, this includes TV shows, movies, comics, books, all that good stuff. So, if you're an artist who's listening to this, maybe send like your, I don't know, like find a way to like send your resume or something, your portfolio that way. Maybe get part of that. Cause yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Cause as long as the creators are a part of it, I'm totally on that board for more Avatar stuff.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
please. And like, hopefully they're not going to be. A lot of weird things happened with Legend of Korra that made them do like questionable choices. I
Have
don't know
I
the specifics.
have I talked to you guys about like how Legend of Korra is so fucked up with its production, and that's why like a lot of people have problems with the show. Ever talk to you guys about this?
No, no,
Okay.
you have not.
John, did I talk to you about this?
No, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So the reason why Legend of Korra is such a fucking mess of a show is because the original creators were only going to do the first season. Right? First season's pretty great, pretty self-contained, pretty good show.
Kind of weird ending on the last.
It did have a weird ending, and that's because midway through the finalize of the basically end like finishing, Nickelodeon says, "Hey, we've renewed you for a second season, and you need to start working on it as soon as the last episode comes out, and you need to rework the last episode so it's open ended." And so the creator's like, okay, well, shit, we weren't really planning for this to be a multi-season series. We'll get to work on it. And so they worked on it. They basically had less time than the first season to come up with a story and stuff. And they made the second season. And the second season, I believe, was only on like Nick's like online site. So you can only watch it online. Or so. No, I think that it was either season 2 or season 3.
Season 2.
Season 2 is only released on there, and the creators are like, well, obviously because it's on the website, we're probably going to get canceled again. So because they got told that ahead of time, so they wrote the story to again be self-contained. Again, Nickelodeon comes to them. Hey, he's like, hey, we're renewing this again. You need to rework the ending to be open-ended to make a third season. And so the creators are like, well, okay, they gave them the same, like exact same thing that happened to the first season happens to the third season, where they basically have to start as soon as the ending of season 2 happens. They start writing and they gotta get into production. This happens every single season until the final season, which I think is season 4, where basically the studio, the creators think they're going to be they're going to cancel the show because it's not doing it nearly as well, and then Nickelodeon renews it and gives them like a shorter amount of time to do pre-production on it, and basically
why it's perceived so poorly.
It's why it's perceived so poorly is because there's no cohesiveness. It's basically the new trilogy of Star Wars, where basically where they didn't have an idea cohesively to go through everything, unlike the original Avatar: The Last Airbender, where the creators had planned the entire series up. I'll be right back.
No worries.
I heard the door.
Yeah.
It's
a shame.
It is a shame. I got high hopes out. I guess the only thing I can worry about is hopefully they don't get burnt out.
I don't think so. I just don't think, because even though, in my opinion, everything past season 1 wasn't as strong as I thought it would. They introduced some really, really cool characters and like concepts. For example, like Zahir.
Yeah, Zahir.
Anarchy is like a dumb concept, period. But like, Zahir was a fucking cool ass villain.
Oh yeah,
like,
he was.
The fact that he and spoiler alert for anyone that's listening,
Spoiler.
the fact that he wasn't even like a bender, like he was just he just really liked
airbenders,
the airbender culture. Yeah, he just like respected it, and then able to like be some master level airbender just like that when he gained powers is amazing.
Yeah, they able to actually fucking fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking fly. Like the only airbender shown that was able to fly and actually suffocate someone to death too.
Yeah, that was.
I
That
will
was
never forget the watching that on television and the commercial popping up on the bottom banner of like next up SpongeBob SquarePants.
But dude, Zahir, like,
Zahir,
I know,
Zahir
like,
is one of the best villains from that series. I think what's the first season that Steve Bloom plays? Amon. I think they're
yeah.
both like equally like very well done
And the
villains.
suicide scene, I did not expect that.
Yeah, I did not expect that from
I
a
was like,
fucking.
that was dark, dude.
Jeez, because remember that was a lot. Because I know they didn't show off Jet's death scene in Avatar. They hinted
It's
at
heavily
it.
implied.
Yeah, it's heavily implied. Even I think in Avatar Extras, it's then stated in Avatar Extras, oh, he's dead.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
But
But yeah, the fact that they were able to do the fucking suicide thing.
that was probably the like I watched a lot of animation and that was like dark.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty damn dark.
So,
But,
yeah. Big
a lot of good ideas. I'm sorry, and I'll end it with it. Like people are like, oh well, they're gonna be burnt out, but I'm like, they had a lot of good ideas. They just weren't given the proper amount of time nor fun. A lot of weird things happen along the way.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot like how like Attack on Titan is like so phenomenally good because the author has had this idea and the story in his head planned out for like the last 20 years. So it's like, oh, maybe if like you have a full plan of the story from beginning to ending, maybe a story will be good, you know?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that planned out and if you just like go from this like if you're just like winging it, maybe it doesn't turn out nearly as good.
People tend to pick up on that pretty well. Happened with Bleach.
Oh boy. Yeah. That is more like the author just wanted to make a cool story and the shonen's like, no, you got to keep going. 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 He's like, "Oh, I'm not having fun with this anymore." And then he's like, "Okay, I'm taking a break from it." And he ended the series. And then he comes back with the sequel series, which is even better. So like it's a strong start with Burn the Witch.
Yeah,
So
the waifus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Nick. Looking forward to whatever Avatar Studios comes out with for more Avatar content. I hope they don't retread like Aang and Korra stuff. I hope we get like maybe like the older Avatars. Maybe we get what was the name of the original the first Avatar?
I got Avatar 1 and they
Avatar
got
1.
Avatar Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoshi. Sorry, my bad.
Kyoshi, yeah. I would love to
Kyoshi,
watch
yeah.
Kyoshi where she murders dudes. Ah, man.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Murder.
I wish I had a full series of Juan, but fucking love Juan.
What, dude? That
It's such
like, season 2 was I consider it the weakest season out of everyone else, but Avatar 1's bit was like
The best
my
part of that season.
favorite bit. It's so cool. The art style, the fights, the voice acting, everything. It was so cool. It was two episodes, but it was like 2 episodes of like it redeemed that season for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. I wonder what they're gonna do with the Dark Avatar now. Ever since,
I don't know. We'll have to find out. As long as the original creators are a part of it, I have a good faith in them.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. Welcome.
I am so late.
Yes.
Sorry.
No worries. We're just into the middle of the news.
All right.
So,
Did you talk about 7?
We talked about the state of play, but we haven't gotten to the like the other games and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All right.
You excited for the 7 remake Intergrade since you have a PS5, you son of a bitch?
Yes, I am.
You mad lad.
Mad lad.
Yes, but no. Let's continue. Where are we?
We just finished talking about the Avatar Studios that Nickelodeon just announced.
Oh, I mean that sounds really cool. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Especially since the original creators are coming back for it. So yes.
They have such good ideas. I have faith in them.
Mm-hmm.
Same. But yeah, hopefully, like I said.
I mean, the only times that Avatar wasn't good was the live-action movie, and that's because they left.
We don't talk about that.
They they left the project, and the Netflix adaptation, which they also left. So, maybe there's a reason why
Wow.
when they leave, the products that come out related to Avatar are shit. So, maybe.
Why don't they just listen to the creators, man?
Well,
They never do.
M. Night Shyamalan literally did it because his kids loved it, loved the show, but then he didn't know anything about it until like a week before production, and he like watched the first like couple episodes, or like the first season.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he watched the first season. That was it, and then he's like,
Damn.
and he wanted to do something a little bit different for it, so that's why like Earthbenders need like 5 people to bend one single rock.
Don't remind me of that stupid scene. Don't remind me of that stupid movie.
Yeah, so that's not great. Activision says that if you have Call of Duty Black Ops, Warzone, and Cold War all updated on the main hard drive for a base PS4, it won't fit because each of those games are now over 100 gigs each.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Oh, look at that! I'm a big Call of Duty fan. Life though.
So you need to get like external hard
External drive.
Yeah, to be able to fit all those games.
Just
on.
a dedicated, get a dedicated
Just-
server hard drive.
Yeah.
For-
Call of Duty hard drive.
Seriously, yeah. Which Jesus Christ, like the fact that like some games I've downloaded recently are like a gig, but they're like really like in depth, if you're like really complicated, like, or not complicated, but they have a lot of systems going on. Like I think the most recent game I downloaded was like a marble game that I found out about, where you have like marbles, people can interact on stream with marble racing, and that game
Huh.
and that marble game is like 7 gigs. The fact that Call of Duty, each of the modern Call of Duty games that came out in the last couple of years are over 100 gigs each is ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
Especially since they were talking about like trying to compress it and make it smaller over the last year or two. It's like we're gonna like try to find a way to like compress it so that's not taking up space. But then they release like a 20 gig update, and it's like Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Even like Cyberpunk 2077 isn't that big, if I remember correctly. I think it's only like 50 or 60 gigs.
I don't remember.
So,
No, don't care. That game is.
I know, but like,
right now.
but like, just for comparison's sake, it's just like that game has like a shit ton of systems and stuff going on with it, and it's only half the size of like a multiplayer only Call of Duty game, like Warzone and shit. It's absolutely nuts.
I mean, I have Cyberpunk on the back burner because
Same here, especially
every time I play it on my PS5, it crashes, so it's
Yeah.
just not optimized.
Yep, and because of the hack, they won't the newest update that was supposed to happen like in January is now getting delayed to March, and especially since it got delayed. It got delayed from January, then it got delayed to February, and now it's delayed to like late March. So
Whatever, man.
Sounds about right.
yeah, and they're blaming it on the IT hack with their source code and stuff. I'm like, you know what? That's whatever.
Whatever.
Can't y'all just take
I'll-
responsibility?
I literally
Like-
will just wait until the game is fully finished next year and play it then. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, I don't think any of us play Call of Duty. Pretty sure.
Not anymore. I used
Nope.
to.
Not
Yeah.
anymore.
So it's not really news about us, but news for people who are interested in Call of Duty. Just try to get some external hard drives and make sure that they work on your consoles.
Whatever.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
so dumb. So we mentioned this earlier about like BioWare, talking about BioWare and how they killed Anthem recently, but they also announced that Dragon Age 4 will be ditching any sort of multiplayer service so that they can focus on the single player. Yes. The multiplayer in Inquisition was like really bare bones. You basically pick a class and you run through a dungeon, and the dungeons are really fucking tough, and you don't like, there's a leveling system, but it's not really great. It was fun, but you had to have like a full 4-man team to even be able to beat it. But even then, it was like really difficult because the leveling, it's all wonk. So the fact that they're ditching multiplayer to just the super focus on
the single player aspect after Anthem basically was a horrific train wreck is good news. And Fallen Order was mentioned in the article, I believe, saying like, oh yeah, since that single player game exceeded EA's expectations that they're focusing more on single player. It's good that the IPs, the big name IPs that everybody loves from BioWare, are getting more single player attention.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Who loves Pokemon?
I do.
like Pokemon.
We all.
I need to get back into it, honestly.
Well, good news, Chris. Diamond and Pearl are getting remakes. There's a new open world Pokemon that's taking place in the Sinnoh region during what looks like the Edo period of Japan. And they showed off some more new Pokemon Snap, which looks fantastic.
Well, that's good because Diamond and Pearl was the last game I played.
Yeah, cool. Now, there you go. Now you have a full-fledged 3D remake for the Switch for you.
Wow.
And then there is the open world Pokemon game, which is basically Breath of the Wild Pokemon, which looks like
Yes.
honestly
So
it looks great. Yes.
I don't get why all of the starters are from completely different regions. Is this Pokemon Pangea?
Okay. So because technically it's a spin-off, it's not a mainline game.
Okay.
That's probably why we have multiple different starters for different regions.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically like Pokemon Skyrim VV.
So what's up with the zipper ball?
It's before it's a proto Pokeball.
Interesting.
It's one of like the first periods of the first type of Pokeballs way back when.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you cram the Pokemon in there? What's what
I-
are the
I-
logistics here?
Honestly, it just looks like it's an aesthetic thing. Because when you watch the video, it shows you like being able to aim and direct the throw of the Pokeball, and as soon as it hits it, it does the normal Pokeball thing. So instead, I think instead of it being like a red laser or a red beam that comes out like in the anime, it just has a zipper. I guess, or like I guess it's a lock. I guess in this version, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It looks great. It definitely needs work because there was some frame rate stuff, but honestly,
Yeah, where's my Switch Pro? Let's go.
yeah, coming out next year for Pokemon Legends. It looks great. It definitely needs work, but the fact that you get to actually like control the throw instead of just pressing a button and knowing you're gonna hit the Pokemon is pretty cool. There's not going to be like a battle screen. The battles are going to be basically right where you're standing. So
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
so there's no like it's literally open world Pokemon. No transitions or anything. It looks like this also looks like with how like Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, with people saying like how Bowser's Fury was basically a prototype for the next big Mario.
Yeah, it looked pretty open world.
And how like what they want to do for the next Mario game. I feel like this Pokemon Legends is basically what they want to do for Gen 9. Wait, Gen
Maybe?
9? Is it Gen 8 or 9 or 10? I forget what Sword and Shield was.
I don't know.
But basically, this Pokemon Legends looks like it's going to be like the prototype for how Game Freak is going to be making Pokemon games in the future for the Switch, which is great because honestly, I like the concept that Sword and Shield introduced, but Legends seems like it's fulfilling, like it's fleshing that out even more, and that's nice. And put it in VR, Jesus Christ, not yet. I don't think I could handle Pokemon VR yet.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It would be. So yeah, Pokemon Snap looks great too.
Oh, I can't wait for that one because I didn't have an N64, so whenever I went to Blockbuster, that box was staring at me and mocking me.
Where you can print out your pictures and shit. Ah, man, those were the good days.
Yeah. I played it as a kid. I think I told you guys. I think I'm probably gonna wait till price drop.
What's a Nintendo price drop? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, guys.
That game is $60 for the rest of its life.
I made such a foolish mistake. I'm sorry, guys.
Maybe 20 years from now when they decide to bring it down to like 55.
What a steal.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get it $50.
But honestly, like the new Pokemon Snap game, that is how I imagined a new Pokemon Snap looking, like just absolutely like gorgeous visuals. Like look photorealistic, like looks photorealistic, but also is like still very Pokemon-esque.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm so excited for that game. I'm probably not going to buy it because money's tight right now, but I'll definitely be.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I'm trying to pick
once I get
game.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
tell us how you enjoy it, Chris.
Yeah, tell us how you think of it, as well as the new Final Fantasy shit.
Oh yeah, the new Final Fantasy.
When's the new Final Fantasy coming out? It's coming out in June, right?
June, June 10th, I think.
June 10th.
I have until June 10th to get a PS5.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Can I do it?
They've been saying, hey, we'll try to bump up the production and have everyone get it, but
bump up those numbers.
Bump up that numbers.
Ricky number.
Yeah. So I mean, fuck. Pokemon's news are great. That 3-minute, like the first 3 minutes of that direct where this shows like the different the games throughout the last 25 years was pretty great, showing how much they've changed over the last 25 years, with all the like the transfer systems and like how it went from being like, oh, you could only trade with your friends to, oh, you can trade to literally anybody in the world. It's kind of cool. I just
the global Poke Trade Center still a thing.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a digital PS5 now or normal PS5 whenever that does come back.
The only way I would say getting the physical is because every single time there's like an upgrade from the last gen to the PS5, you have to, if you have a physical version of the game, you don't get the upgrade if you have the digital PS5.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to step away to close my door because there was Harry Potter music playing.
Oh god, yeah. I got my fucking audio muted from playing Dragon Age last night for like the main menu music. So yeah.
I was like, oh, someone's watching Harry Potter. I'm like, no, thank you, not right now.
So Vivi says like she wants like a photorealistic Pokemon, and I suggested saying like Detective Pikachu, but she's like, no, just make a yellow mouse, make a plant dinosaur, and just 3 magnets. And that sounds
Detective
perfect.
Pikachu.
That sounds
perfect.
ridiculous. I want to watch that.
Perfect. Give me it.
Also, I would just like to say like the Pokemon anime recently with like Sun and Moon and the adventures with Xeno/Go and Ash, really, like, I'm really impressed that I'm watching Pokemon anime again in the first time in 15 years because of how fun and good the anime is. It also helps that it's like the anime looks like super fluid and they have a lot more emotive in the animations. Team Rocket, I love Team Rocket still.
They still want Pikachu?
They still want Pikachu, man, but they also sometimes are very close to winning. And they've won a couple times.
What?
They've won a couple battles during Sun and Moon, if I remember correctly. They're actually
wow.
Yeah, they've won?
But they're still but like with the new Journeys one, it definitely makes me think like if they weren't part of Team Rocket, they would actually be good people.
Well, I mean, that was all the way back in like the Indigo League too.
Yeah, because like Jesse and James are just, they can be really nice people when they have to be, and it's just unfortunate that they're part of criminals.
When they had to say goodbye to Coughing and Arbok, man, that's
damn.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Jesse had to do that in with her Dustbot, I think, too. So that was Dustclaw. Yeah, that was basically her Bye Bye Butterfree episode.
Yeah.
Just why do they have to be bad people? Just why do they have to be thieves?
Some people are just, the stars are just aligned for them that way.
Yeah.
Either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh no!
Seriously, I'm gonna turn this frying pan into a drying pan.
Dare make fun of that. That
is
a beautiful, beautiful line.
Who wants these jelly-filled donuts? Brock,
I do.
Brock, those are rice balls. Jelly-filled donuts.
And I'll eat them with these flavor sticks.
Flavor sticks.
So yeah, that's the Pokemon news for the anniversary. Good. Excited for people who like Diamond and Pearl. I stopped at Sapphire, Emerald, and Ruby. Excited for Pokemon Legends because that looks cool, and I'm excited for Pokemon Snap. We already talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Talked about the Yuffie episode.
Oh yay, Yuffie episode! Woo!
She is a cutie ninja. She's the best. And
so, did we talk about Weiss?
We briefly mentioned Weiss and how he's a secret boss and not a VR boss. So the implications of that is interesting.
Who knows?
It makes me
I
feel
haven't
like,
played Dirge of Cerberus, so I'm lost.
Honestly, you just need to know that he's basically the strongest Genesis. So you know how like Sephiroth has his genes put into Zack and Cloud is the only successful one that was able to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
Weiss is basically that, but with Genesis cells.
Those GACT cells?
Yeah, those GACT
cells. The G cells. The G.
I hear dog.
cells.
I hear.
Yeah, that's my dog. Whoops.
No worries.
It's all good.
Can't contain him.
All right, I totally get it.
The Yuffie stuff, I'm super excited to see how that incorporates into the main story.
No, it's gonna be fun. I don't know why.
I am curious to see where she ends up after the ending of Remake, if they even show her like at the ending of Remake.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she'll be back at Wutai.
Maybe she'll be heading to Wutai because
Well, probably heading to when you find her in the grasses. I don't know. Actually, I wonder how they're gonna make you get Yuffie earlier because now that she's canon to the story.
Yeah. I mean, now we just need to know how Vincent and Sid show up too.
Oh, would there be a Vincent episode?
Well, Vincent's gonna come in.
Well, no, Vincent has to be a part of it since Nibelheim.
Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They said that they're now they're both. I think they confirmed that Yuffie and Vincent will now be main
party members. Yeah.
Main party member, which is pretty cool.
And Sid of course.
Good. Because at one playthrough, I completely missed Vincent.
Oof.
It's really easy to. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's also easy to miss Yuffie too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to get Yuffie in the classic because like even if you push start or trying to get an item, she literally will like break the fourth wall and just be like disappearing on you. Yeah.
She's a ninja for a reason.
I wonder if the ages are up this time, or they're just gonna keep everyone the same age.
I mean, everybody's relatively the same age as they were in the original.
Yeah.
The only thing is that Cloud is like what 21, but he believes he's 18. No, 5 years. 16.
Wait, what the hell? He believes he's 18. Wait a minute. What? How does he believe that?
Don't look like an 18-year-old.
Because remember, he believes that it's been it hasn't been 5 years. It's been a year. Remember?
Wait, when did he say? God,
I don't know.
I gotta.
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I know he's 21 in the. That's why he's able to drink. Wait, why did he believe he was able to drink that? So many questions.
Well, he knows he's old enough to drink, but he has like the personality of like a teenager.
Let's mosey. So yeah.
It's only 2 years.
2 years.
Nothing changed, my dude.
Oh, because wasn't there like a 5-year skip between the end of Crisis Core and the beginning of 7?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so
it's been a while
because he was experimented on for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So he still he's still acting as if he was pre Nibelheim Cloud. That's why he's like acting trying to be cool, but he like has those moments where he, like his mask falls apart and he's like embarrassed because he's because he doesn't know how to handle.
I'm sad that he didn't get to say Let's Mosey, but I'm glad that Eric gets to say Let's Mosey.
He doesn't know how to handle Jessie and her horniness.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I wouldn't know. like what are you doing?
Well, I wouldn't know
I
either,
would
to be honest.
I would just say keep going.
Keep going. Let it happen.
It's like you're embarrassing the both of us.
He's got this cool persona. He can't have this like thirsty girl coming after him.
God, that makes me want to play Final Fantasy 7 again. God damn, I might end up.
I really,
You should get a PS5 and upgrade.
I know. I should. Oh fuck. I hope the PC gets announced soon, but damn,
it's not coming out for at least a year after integration.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be Final Fantasy VII Remake International Edition. I don't know what they call it.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate International Edition, the sequel plus game new.
Let's Mosey, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Let's Mosey Edition.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm gonna have to buy this game 3 times, aren't I? Actually, no, I won't be. If you buy the digital, because now PS Plus is giving you the.
So
okay,
if you have if you keep the PS Plus version of 7 Remake and you transfer it to your PS5, you cannot get the upgrade.
That's weird.
Yeah, because they literally give it to you for free, my dude.
Yeah, so you have to pay for it. Unfortunately.
Oh. I mean, I have the physical version. I wish I had the. I have the physical.
So make sure you get the physical edition for the PS5, so that way you can upgrade just free. And
I wish it was able to just, if you put your disc in, then like, oh, you have the PS4 edition. That means you can upgrade. You know.
I think that's what they do.
That's what they're doing. Is that as long as you have the PS4 disc and you put it into the PS5, you get the upgraded version of 7 Remake and then you have the option to buy the Yuffie episode. But
yeah, that's only Yuffie episode's only locked to PS5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess.
Me and Chris talked about this because we went onto the I went onto the FAQ section for the Square Enix page, and they frequently ask questions like, yeah, this is how we're doing it, and blah 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 blah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. My poor base PS4 is just sitting there and like, hey, how's it going? You want to play me? Like, that's okay. You're a nice piece though.
You might as well just sell it and get it pay.
I don't want to sell it though.
Pay for your 7R Integrate version.
I already have the physical copy of Remake on PS4.
Buy it.
I'll just upgrade it. No, I have the PS5, Shane. You don't.
Wow. Damn. Big Dick Chris here. Damn.
Big Dick Chris here. Fucking smacked with his big old dick. Damn. Yeah. Fuck.
So, besides Final Fantasy VII getting re-released on PS5, Square Enix also announced that there's 2 mobile games coming to mobile phones. One is called Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which we talked about on a previous podcast when they copyrighted the name, and we now know what it's for. And it is a pocket version of the entire Final Fantasy VII compilation series, which spans from the original Final Fantasy VII all the way to Dirge of Cerberus, with new models and new battle mechanics. And it's basically going to be you can play certain chapters of each game, and every month there'll be new updates and new chapters, so you can play the full game over like the course of months, I guess. Basically, when I say pocket compilation, there's like this weird simple art style that they use for the character models that they did with Final Fantasy 15, which is basically just Final Fantasy 15 but with simplified graphics and simplified controls and combat. Good for mobile phones. It'll probably be coming to the console versions once it's finally fully out, and probably like in a couple years or so.
Yep.
It looks cool. I mean, get to play Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of Cerberus, Crisis Core, and like 2 other games that I don't remember.
Before Crisis and Advent Children.
Advent Children, yes, the movies. And
we get to play Advent Children in game form now.
And you get to play as a young Sephi during, I think, one of those.
Oh yeah, they did announce that Kazushige Nojima is doing like a specific chapter that features young Sephiroth.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be interesting.
Finally, gotta get to see my boy Sephiroth. I don't know why I'm saying he's my boy. I actually hate Sephiroth. Fuck that Sephiroth guy.
Oh my god.
He's out my boy. He's out my boy.
I mean, I like Sephiroth as a villain, but I like the Sephiroth that shows up at the end of spoilers for 7 Remake. I like the I like the Sephiroth that shows up at the end of 7 Remake.
I like the Crisis Core Sephiroth a lot, even though he later becomes
crazy.
But he looks so nice, and man, I wish it would have made it. If that game was actually a bigger game, it would have been cool to actually hang out with Sephiroth. You know, we're gonna go out for drinks. You know, man, it'd be cool. But no. Am I the only one thinking this? Am I the only one thinking this? Him and Zach went out for drinks.
I mean, they probably did. Sephiroth was kind of a cool, like a chill dude. He was
chill dude, man. He was
until he killed everyone.
Until he found out, until he found out about his mom and that he was experimented on.
He's like, oh my god, Sephiroth's like, my mom was an alien. Cool, you want to go for drinks?
Yeah, cool. I want to go for drinks.
So yeah, so that's kind of cool. Good for mobile phones. They'll probably make a killing in the China and Japanese market.
Because
that's where mobile games are big.
Mobile games.
And then there's the second mobile game, which is a Final Fantasy VII battle royale game called The First Soldier.
Oh boy.
It looks
great,
impressive for what it is, but at the same time, it's on mobile, so I don't really care until it gets ported onto the console. But
I would, like I said, I just wish it was more. I thought it was gonna be either an actual, not a mobile game, just an actual like story oriented.
Mobile games nowadays.
Supposedly, this does lead into remake, so this might have story elements that play into it. So that's
so we're gonna have to play.
That's the most frustrating thing. It's the fucking Kingdom Hearts
Union
Union
one,
Cross.
Find out the story elements. You have to be number 1 of the world.
Oh my god.
Number 1 in the world.
It was number 1. Also, mobile games nowadays are getting better.
Yeah, they are getting
better.
Look at Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact. I play that game by the daily.
Yeah,
damn.
I just don't like playing games on my phone just because my big meaty hands.
My big meaty claws.
A bourgeoisie person's gonna say, get a bigger phone.
Yeah, right.
Get a bigger phone.
Okay. All right. Okay. Give me the money then.
Get
smaller hands.
Get smaller hands. I can't do that, John. Unless you're willing to pay for my hand surgery.
I'm sorry, Shaq.
Honestly, but I mean,
special hands.
My special hands. My brand. Honestly, the battle royale for this, like, while I don't care because it's on mobile, it does look extremely impressive for what it's trying to do.
It does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of fall on and off. I played Fortnite's battle royale. I played PUBG's battle royale, and I've kind of been on and off. I think Apex Legends is probably the one battle royale that I actually pretty much enjoy.
I can agree with that because it's the only other, it's the only other battle royale that I'll like choose to play, and I've downloaded multiple times because I need to make space and stuff. But this looks like I would
just get rid of all your porn, Shane. It would be okay.
What?
Whoa,
John! Whoa! I already did that last month, man. Trying to download Genshin Impact.
Just put it all on. Just put it on your external hard drive. Get an external hard drive. Put your porn on there, and then put all.
Put all your porn in your Call of Duty external hard drive.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all the news that we've had for the last couple weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, that we have more. Oh man, I'm excited about it. So
well, only some people help, and very fewly, and don't have it open 24 hours a day like I do.
Okay, I put some stuff in here. I didn't put a lot of stuff
I mainly need to do better.
It's okay.
I don't add anything.
Chris, you've added a couple things every once in a while.
Yeah, the past ones. I mean, like the giant 5 hour thing with Disney and the Game Awards
way back.
I don't think I put as much in this one. I think I was expecting myself to be on the podcast this week because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be here. So.
I mean, like,
we got delayed a week, so that makes sense.
I just automatically assumed that Shayna already has all the.
Yeah, that's also that too. It's like,
that's why you check the docket.
No, Shane has it. He's document man. He couldn't figure it out.
Oh yeah, I forgot tonight was the Golden Globes, and I honestly don't care.
Who gives a shit?
Oh boy, you're not the only one
about that.
Yeah.
Golden Globes, more like the Golden Schmo.
Abrasive as I sound, I'm like, why does that fucking shit even matter?
honestly, I used to give a damn about it, but now I don't.
We know why the Oscars exist, right? You guys know the story behind the Oscars?
No. I do not.
Okay, so Hollywood's like, so actors back in like the 60s and 70s were getting really big, and they wanted to get paid more, right? Since the studios would have like specifically like had specific actors for their specific movies, and studios were like, well, we're not going to pay you more. That's dumb. We need to make money. So how about we create an awards ceremony where we hype this awards that is like, you're the best actor, these are the best movies, and that'll be the replacement for getting a pay raise.
And I mean, actually, they nowadays they technically do get a pay raise, but
like back then, it was before it was basically the actors were trying to create a union, and it was before SAG was created, and so the Academy Awards were created in placement of that, and ever since it's gotten a little bit more decisive, but at the same time, like all these award shows are basically for clout, I guess.
Clout, patting yourself on the back. But honestly, Golden Globes are the Oscars' drunk cousin, so no one cares.
And the Emmys are the like TV show Oscars, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So who cares?
I used to care, but you know, after this past year, I didn't care.
It is quite the time.
Quite the time, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Are we vamping? Hey, so, make sure to subscribe and check out our email, Universal Blade.
Yeah, anymore, my dude.
What?
We're not uploading anymore. Does anyone even have like the password or username?
Actually, I don't think I have.
I remember like giving John. Maybe it was John.
I remember I think Laura had it. Then I remember Billy said he has it. I think he says he has it now.
So yeah.
So
I know Shane has the email.
Remember to subscribe.
Oh yeah. The email. So we do have an email dedicated to answering questions for the podcast, but let me check. Nobody sent us any, so that's cool. But if you do have a question that you want to ask so that we can read it aloud, you can find that at Universal Blade Podcast at gmail.com. Universal Blade Podcast, all lowercase, at gmail.com, and we will read your email on the air during the stream, and yeah, that'd be cool. So if you have any questions, you want literally anything that is up for grabs, anything that's not too personal, honestly, like what our favorite color is, or who we would fight with.
That's really personal. I don't feel like I can answer that question.
And you'll answer that question, I swear to God, John.
So this podcast was brought to you by Space. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Maybe one day, maybe one day we'll get sponsors. I don't know how to apply for that. Maybe one day we can go for that.
I was just joking.
Hey, I definitely want to make this into a big official podcast one day. So sponsors will
That'd be pretty cool.
Will be happening one day, just maybe not today.
One day.
And other than that, does anybody else want to talk about anything? Chris, do you want to talk about your weeks while I run to the restroom real quick?
My week? Not much has happened, so I don't. How long are you gonna be in that bathroom? I can
just a couple
minutes. So, my week has gone on kind of boring. Nothing's going on really. So I audition and I do stuff, and that's about it. I watch the WandaVision. That's a thing.
Oh man,
it's okay. I mean, if you love the Marvel universe, WandaVision is a good, very, very good show. You should totally watch it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Not that great.
What else is going on? Lady Gaga had her dog stolen, and her
Aw.
dog walker was shot, but the dog walker's okay,
The
and
dogs are back, I believe.
their dogs are now back on. And
Did they
you
explain
know,
what happened? Whatever exactly happened? Like,
Actually, pretty terrible. Wow.
it is
that's
terrible.
pretty fucking terrible.
I don't know why I said it in like a very announcery voice, but yeah, her dog walker got shot, but he's okay. He's recovering. Her
But
dogs, she had 3 dogs. 2 of them got dog napped, but they've been recovered. They've been rescued and brought back to Gaga, and everything is okay. They're still on the lookout for that dog napper.
I hope they
so
get them because that's
yeah,
that's evil, man.
yeah, I know, right? Really, dogs?
evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys talked about State of Play, right?
I don't think
yeah.
we did.
We did.
Yeah.
We briefly went over, like, kind of mostly went towards Final Fantasy VII, and that's really because that was the only good thing about that State of Play.
I'm interested in Kenna Bridge of Spirits. That one looks really good. What else? It's funny because I have like a daily journal on my phone because I'm weird.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I too am weird.
Nothing weird about that.
I'm weird
Okay.
about that at all, sir.
Okay. Not much else is going on. Oh, snow. The snow, huh?
Try to.
I'm sorry. I hope everyone's okay down in Texas. Are you guys okay?
Now we
I'm
are.
okay.
Like
now.
60.
I am okay. Yeah. It's
I'm
back
sorry to remind you of the frozen tundra.
We don't talk about a frontier child ever again. Oh God, I never want to see it
So-
again ever.
Our favorite colors. Um,
It's too personal. I don't feel very comfortable talking about my
Blue?
favorite color.
Like
Mine's
specifically.
have to be red.
Cyan blue.
I think
that's
it
a
has
good
to be
color.
red and blue have to be my favorite colors. So I don't know. I have a lot of favorite colors though, but red and blue.
Hey, would you say Nero's Devil Bringer, like when Devil Trigger, is that cyan?
I want to say was it? I know
Devil Trigger. Hold on, let me see.
Isn't it like sort of like a Scottish blue? I've seen it.
Hold on.
Skyish
No,
blue?
not the song. I want to know what it looks like.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes, the song. Welcome back.
All
By
right.
the way, my favorite color is purple because I can't decide between red and blue.
Oof.
Mine
It's
is
It's like a light blue, almost cyan, but
Like a-
not quite there.
Whatever that
Yeah,
color
that's
is,
quite-
I like it.
It's a good color.
Yeah, that's a really good color.
Dark Forest Green is my favorite.
Red. I'm not sure exactly the red. It would have to be the dark, like a dark red. I like all types of reds too. Like the thing. Same thing with blues. Like God, I can't really pick.
This is my
Red and
lamp,
blue.
Vivi. This ring thing, this ring light, that is my lamp. But it's not good enough. I need the back neon lights. God damn it!
Are you in a cyberpunk movie?
I guess.
I know you look like a type.
I mean,
You're in Tron.
yeah. Give me
You're in.
pick a color between red, green, and blue.
Green.
Besides green,
Blue.
Red.
red,
Okay, go with blue.
blue. All right.
I mean red. I mean.
Yeah.
I should have done
indigo.
Indigo. I think I do actually have indigo.
Indigo. You live in a
And that
cave.
is blue. That is really
You live
blue.
in a cave with your cat. Actually, where's your other cats? I
Ah,
always see. Always.
fuck, pain and stress. My other cat is out in the hallway. Last I saw him, but he was being a pest.
Okay.
Yes, I live in a
Aw.
cave. It is my house, my home. It is the safe
My little.
place. My nest.
For now, until the giants come and take our houses.
So did you talk about your weeks, Chris?
I mean, not much has happened, honestly. Auditions,
You-
mainly. That's all.
Gotcha. And you watched anything? Played anything?
I watched Attack on Titan, which I do weekly now because I've caught up.
but
Watching
I'm the
Jujutsu
only one that
Kaisen.
has not.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
I'm the only one that has not caught up with Attack on Titan. I feel sad. I feel so left out.
You should
So
watch.
good.
Should watch it then, John. You should catch up.
It's gonna take forever though.
It's not.
How far are you?
I think I'm like at the beginning of season 2.
Oof. Yeah, you gotta wait.
Okay.
That's not too far, but it'll take like maybe a day
A day.
for you to fully like catch up from season 2 to where we are currently with season 4.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like I should watch season 1 because I actually don't remember what the fuck happened in season
Oh,
1 that
God.
much, with the exception.
So
That's
a lot of
funny.
people die, and Annie is a thing.
Well, I remember that part at least.
I mean, that's all you need to know.
That's fair.
Anything else? Jujutsu Kaisen, but I've been watching that on and off.
Is the new English dub episode been out, or are you still on the
I'm
same?
still on the same episode. I've just been doing some other stuff, like watching YouTube videos and kind of drawing and writing a little bit. But that's really it.
Okay. Well, I meant to say this at the beginning, but I forgot. So I just wanted to announce something to everybody here on the stream, and for everybody here on the podcast. I think you guys already know what I'm about to announce, but we all have been watching WandaVision, correct?
Yeah, that okay show that
Yeah.
Chris told us about.
Yeah.
No, I'm just...
So, we talked about this, but we're going to be doing a spoiler cast next weekend on Sunday for WandaVision, and we will also be having our first guest.
Oh,
We have a
Yeah.
guest.
We will have a guest.
Gasp.
Our guest will be my lovely friend Brian from Brian Heals You, or what is Brian's full name? Let me find it.
Oh, Brian heals you. I think I might know him.
Yeah, great friend, right? Such a sweet Brian. My good friend Brian Timothy Anderson, who is famous
Third?
for not the third, just the first. Who is known for
It's a long name
voicing
like that.
in Pokemon Masters as Dark, in Elsem in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Delta in Beyblade Burst Rise, and Opera in Irmakun, as well as the team captain in of the
Kuroko no
team
Basket.
Kuroko no Basket of Pops.
Papa.
And yeah, he'll be joining us on next Sunday for our
wow.
WandaVision spoiler cast. And
I
yeah,
am excited.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Thanks
Yeah.
for.
I'm excited.
yeah,
that's insane.
yeah.
John.
That guy's amazing.
He's a good friend, good dude, super sweet. If you in the people in the stream, if you want to go and check him out, shout out Brian Heals You. He usually streams on Thursdays and Sundays, but this week he's currently not feeling so well, and I think Sunday he's not streaming today. I think he's streaming an anime night in his Discord server. But let me double check just to make sure. I don't remember seeing him go live. But yeah, go check him out. Vivi, if you do come and come onto the podcast, I will plug and shill your coaching business. So yes, if you want to come join the podcast, just give me a heads up, and we will do the podcast, and we'll do that. Cool. So
VV's coaching business. All the things that you need to know, they will teach you.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you want me to plug you right now, just send a message in the Discord or what you want, or not Discord. Send a message in the chat and I'll repeat it. Otherwise, that is the show for tonight. John, how are you feeling? Do you still want to play something in a little bit, or are you?
Yeah, we can play something a little bit. I'm probably gonna do something in a little bit. I know a friend has asked me if I want to join them for Among Us for a little bit, so I'll probably join them
Okay.
for a little bit, not too long. I don't think it's gonna take too long to.
You want
probably
to
play
take
a couple games.
You want to take like
Like,
an hour break before we come
Yeah,
back?
let's take an hour. I think that's fine.
Charles, Chris, do you guys have Valheim at all on your PCs?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
You'll soon join us. They always do.
Well, if you guys do ever buy it, let me know. We can all play together. It is a really good, fun.
You can make our big
crafting
old
server.
world.
Yeah, we can be our own Viking tribe. Why not?
We become the universal Blade tribe. Ugh, that's so cool.
Yeah. I already have, so like, to go off topic for a little bit, I've actually started thinking about like how I want to create like artwork for like what the channel, like, what is it, the thumbnail for the episodes and stuff. I have an idea.
Yeah.
And I had an idea recently of having like somebody draw me sitting at my desk with like the on the PC having each of your guys' avies on it and being like the Universal Blade podcast. I've also had like an idea of doing like a New Hope reference where I'm holding the lightsaber and everybody else is around in the background and stuff for all the guest characters and guests that we have.
That was pretty cute.
With absolutely no lamps to be seen. You shut your mouth. I will not take sass.
Whoa.
It's fine. I love her. She's one of my closest friends. But yeah, I want this podcast to be. Jay needs a lamp. Shut up, John. You son of a bitch. How dare you betray me as a moderator? I want this podcast to be for everybody on Universal Blade, and I want you guys to all have some sort of creative input on the direction that we do, or like what you want to see, like how we do ads and stuff, or how we sell ourselves and make the big money. I don't want. Why is that? No, I don't need a lamp. I have lights. Look, I have light. I have a light. Anyway, yeah. So I don't need. Yeah, exactly. Ichi's right. I don't need a lamp. Fuck you, John.
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult. Stop tagging me. Why did you tag me on Twitter? You.
I gotta do that with Charles.
Fucking goddamn it. All right. Anyway, no shilling for Vivian tonight. So, yeah, I am a vampire. I don't need light. That's why I don't leave my room. So yeah, John, I will talk to you in about an hour. Charles and Chris, if you guys want to hang out in the Discord while we're talking and streaming during that, that's cool. I would love to talk.
Yeah, I'll chill.
Yes, excuse me.
Okay.
Just playing City Skylines right now. So
Yeah. I will talk to everybody later, and we will. Who do we want to raid? You guys have any ideas of who to raid?
Who's online? Who's live?
Who's live? Right now, I'm only one I'm seeing. Possibly.
I don't have anything right now. I don't know.
I only can think of right now is either Wagnus or Dark Lancer.
Dark Lancer streaming?
Yeah, Dark Lancer streaming, and also Wagnus is streaming. With his cute dog, look at her, that's so cute.
Yeah, he has a cute pit. What is Dark Lancer's
Dark Lancer 81, I believe. Yep, it's Dark Lancer 81.
No like weird spelling mistakes or anything, like just Dark Lancer.
No. Yeah, Dark Lancer 81. I know he's one of Strife's homeboys. He's playing Phantasy Star Online too.
All right. So we're gonna take like a little break, me and John, and then we'll be back for some Valheim.
Yeah, we're gonna be co-streaming.
Yes, co-streaming our first collaborative stream together.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody for joining us in the podcast. Please go and check out Dark Lancer when we raid him, and I will see you guys in just a little bit. And if I don't see you tonight, thanks for stopping by. I will see you tomorrow with another stream, and I will see you at the spoiler cast next Sunday with everybody. All right, have a good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
yeah.
Bye.